Good evening, everybody, and welcome to a Church Guys Sports Show. Welcome back. Tonight, it feels like one of those moments where everything is shifting at the same time. Teams are getting healthy, seasons are being decided, championships are changing hands, so we're going to get right into it. Let's start, of course, with basketball. And in New York, which my hometown, the Knicks. Because the first time in a long time, this team is almost whole. Josh Hart is back, and it couldn't have come at a better time. And that alone has changed the tone of the lineup. The energy, the defense, the rebounding, the toughness. And now, Landry Shamet could be back as soon as tomorrow, which means that the rotation is finally stabilizing. No more patchwork lineups, no more survival mode. The question is, are the Knicks ready to make a real run heading into the All-Star break? Because when you get healthy, the expectations begin to rise. Over in the NFL, the picture has gotten just a little bit clearer now that wild card weekend, or super wild card weekend, has ended. The weak teams have been sent home, and only the serious contenders are left standing. From here on out, every possession matters. Every mistake gets magnified. And tonight, we'll break down who survived, who was impressive, and who looks like they might be peaking at the right time on the road to the Super Bowl. And then, of course, there's the WWE, where the landscape has officially changed. There is a new, undisputed WWE heavyweight champion, and his name is Drew McIntyre. Power, presence, brutality. The belt has found its way into the hands of a man who, in his mind, intends to dominate and not just entertain. But what does that mean for the locker room? What does that mean for the challengers? Who actually assaulted Jacob Fatu? And for the road to WrestleMania, we're going to get into more of it tonight. So, we've got the Knicks getting healthy. We've got the NFL contenders emerging. We've got a new king sitting at the top of the WWE. Momentum is changing every which way you can possibly think of. And the landscape could not be better. You're watching the Church Guys Sports Show, and it starts right now.
The Church Guys! We're live on a podcast. A Church Guys Sports Show. Yo, welcome to the show where the fate meets the court. Church guys repping hard, yeah, we live for the sport. From the pulpit to the bleachers, the word we endorse. Dropping dimes, preaching truth, keeping God as the source. We breaking down the play, stats, facts, and the story. Sunday to game day, all for his glory. Talking hoops, talking fields, every touchdown is shot. But we never lose sight of the faith that we got is fellowship, fire. Passion in the zone, Church Guys Sports Show. Yeah, you know we at home. Turn the volume up loud, let the good vibes flow. This is more than just a game, it's the way that we grow. The Church Guys. We're live on the podcast. A Church Guys Sports Show. The Church Guys. We're live on the podcast. A Church Guys Sports Show. From the locker room talk to the pews on a Sunday, we call the plays right, kingdom business on Monday. Faith on the field, spirit driving the grind. Every headline we drop got the word intertwined. We repping every team, but the banner is Christ. Breaking huddles with the desperate, yeah, we living it right. From the Knicks to the league, every stat, every score. We gon' praise, analyze, then we give God more. So tune in, locked in, let the truth be shown. Church Guys Sports Show, man, the vibe's full grown. It's the faith in the game and a powerful blend. From the tip off to the buzzer, we gon' ride to the end. The Church Guys. We're live on the podcast.
What up? What up? What's going on? It's your boy Bishop D-Lo. We're here. You're there. Church Guys Sports Show for January the 13th, 2026. We are excited to be with you on another edition of a Tuesday night Church Guys Sports Show. I'm flying solo for the moment. Hopefully the fellas come on real soon, but we still got a lot to unpack and a lot to talk about getting into today. I apologize. It's been kind of a busy, hectic day, so we didn't get a promo post up, but y'all know what it is. Every Tuesday night, 8 o'clock, we are here. You are there, and we are excited to be a part of this show that we do every week where church guys talk sports because church guys love sports too. And so we are excited for you to be with us on tonight. We're excited to have you with us on tonight. Do us a favor, like, share, tag, comment. Let's get into the conversation tonight as we prepare ourselves to discuss some things that are going on and happenings in the world of professional sports on tonight. Jump into the comments. Let us know what you're about, where you are, where you're in from. Let us know your thoughts. Be a part of the conversation on tonight as we prepare to get into it. Really quickly, around the league, around the NBA tonight, the scoreboard on tonight. Man, Miami Heat lead the Phoenix Suns 46-32 as they play the second quarter. About 9 minutes to go in that game. Spurs and Thunder just underway. Bulls and Rockets just underway. Timberwolves Bucks just underway. Nuggets Pelicans just underway. Later tonight, Atlanta Hawks versus the LA Lakers, and the Portland Trail Blazers take on the Golden State Warriors later on tonight. Tomorrow night, the New York Knicks will take on the 10-30 Sacramento Kings. It'll be the 40th game of the season, so it's going to be very, very interesting. But we got a lot to unpack tonight, a lot to talk about in the world of sports, starting, of course, with our beloved New York Knicks, where we got to discuss the return of Josh Hart. Josh Hart made his return, much-needed return to the Knicks lineup the other night on Sunday as they were able to defeat the Portland Trail Blazers by a count of 123-114. Josh Hart back in the starting lineup and made a huge difference. Josh Hart had a great line score, 18 points on 7 of 15 from the floor, 3 of 5 from downtown. Josh Hart also finished with 3 rebounds, 6 assists in 31 minutes of action. He did also have 4 turnovers. I mean, that's the rust, just coming back into it. But you could really see with Josh Hart's return how much the Knicks missed Josh Hart. Now, granted, they did go 3-5 while he missed those 8 games with that ankle injury that he suffered on Christmas Day versus Milwaukee. I'm sorry, versus San Antonio. But he is now better, and he looked good. Sticking those 3-pointers early on. He came out shooting, had 3 3-pointers in the first quarter, and looked really, really good. Strong game from OG Anunoby, who finished with 24 points, 7 boards. Karl Anthony Towns, 20 and 11. Mikal Bridges had 18, 6 and 6 for the Knicks, and the captain, Jalen Brunson, 26 points, 8 assists, 6 rebounds in that game. The interesting thing that I noticed was with Josh Hart returning and with the lineup being almost whole again, we noticed that Tyler Kolek didn't get into the game. Tyler Kolek, who I felt like had established himself as the backup point guard for the New York Knicks, didn't get into the game. What are some of your thoughts about that? Should Mike Brown stick with Tyler Kolek? Is it a situational thing? I tend to lean toward it being situational with Tyler Kolek. Tyler Kolek is a very strong offensive player, and he is a willing defender, if not a great defender. One of the things I do appreciate about Kolek is when the Knicks get stagnant, he is someone that can absolutely organize the offense, and that bodes well going forward excuse me, for the Knicks as a team and as a unit as a whole. But Mitchell Robinson had a strong game, 6 points, 11 rebounds off the bench. Jordan Clarkson didn't score well. He was only 1 of 6 from the floor, didn't shoot well. Miles McBride was only 3 of 11. He only had 8 points, but he had 2 big threes as the Knicks made their run to put the game away and to seal the game versus Portland. So tomorrow night, the Knicks will continue their road trip out west in Sacramento, playing the Kings, the first night of a back-to-back. Wednesday, it'll be Sacramento. Thursday night, they will take on Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors as they will reach the official midway point of the season after Thursday's game. We are home. We are halfway through the season now. Tomorrow's game 40 and Thursday is game 41. So we will see where the Knicks are after 41 games after Thursday night. Right now they sit at 25-14, 3 games back of the front-running Detroit Pistons, who they do play 3 more times upcoming over the course of the next few weeks, few months. Also, did notice that there is one more West Coast trip that will take place later on in the season. The Knicks will return home and continue from there. But right now, my thoughts on the New York Knicks really have a lot to do with how far they can go in terms of just getting whole and staying healthy. Again, health is wealth in the NBA. It always has been. It always will be. And the healthy teams, I don't care how talented you are. If you're not healthy, it really doesn't matter. And it's good to see that the Knicks are finally getting healthy and reaching a point to where they are back at full strength and should hopefully be there very soon with Landry Shamet, who is currently listed as a game-time decision for tomorrow. We'll see how he feels, but it's nice to know that he's no longer out and is at a position to where he's really ready to return because, again, dislocated sprained shoulders are very difficult to gauge. They're very difficult to rehab, and then opting for rehab as opposed to surgery, it's a tricky proposition, but we'll see what happens where it comes to that as far as Landry Shamet returning to the Knicks lineup. So a lot of good things happening for the Knicks as they intend to get back into the running as far as trying to take that top spot from the Detroit Pistons. If you know, their first meeting of the season didn't end very well. Detroit absolutely dismantled the Knicks by 30 points in their first meeting of the season. But again, and I keep saying this, I don't believe in the Pistons. They've been good so far, but I don't believe in them. J.B. Bickerstaff has not proven to be a great coach in the playoffs. The Pistons are still a very relatively young team. And as good as Cade Cunningham and Jalen Duren has been, if you still got to rely on Tobias Harris to be even your third option consistently, you might be in trouble. Now, don't get me wrong. Jaden Ivey is really, really good, and I do think that he's going to end up potentially being a star in the league. But again, another young player, missed a lot of time last year, still rounding into form, still raw, still very young. He's very up and down. Even with the Celtics have overachieved quite a bit this year. Although I will say this, and we're very objective on this broadcast and on the show. Jaylen Brown is playing out of his mind. Jaylen Brown is absolutely, listen, as much as I love Jalen Brunson and he is my guy, if you are not putting Jaylen Brown in the MVP conversation, what are you doing? If you're not putting Jaylen Brown in the MVP conversation, what are you doing? He is single-handedly carrying the Boston Celtics right now. He is absolutely single-handedly carrying the Boston Celtics right now. He looks like a killer. He looks like the player that I think we all thought he could be. And now that he's kind of out of the shadow of Jason Tatum this season, it really looks like Jaylen Brown is poised to become that lead dog on the Boston Celtics as Willie Green joins us. Willie, what's going on, brother?
What's up, bro? How you doing?
I'm good. I'm over here extolling the virtue of Jaylen Brown. Don't tell nobody. don't tell nobody. Listen,
right.
Dude is, if he's not in the MVP conversation, listen, if Jalen Brunson's in the MVP conversation, Jaylen Brown has to be in the MVP conversation at this point.
Absolutely. He's having a hell of a first half of the season.
Absolutely.
All-star, well-deserved. And got the Boston Celtics right in the thick of things right now in the Eastern Conference.
Yeah. As I was saying before you came on, I feel like Jaylen Brown has really solidified himself as a 1A. Because remember, even with Jason Tatum and even when they won that championship, we weren't really sure because it seemed like a mismatched pairing. It seemed like Jaylen Brown was kind of like deliberately taking a back seat to Jason Tatum and kind of letting him lead. But now with him having to be the leader, he is showing that he can be the alpha on a contending team.
Well, I kind of think he took himself out of the shadow when he won the Finals MVP and the Eastern Conference Championship MVP. I think he made his stake claim to him being the leader on the Boston Celtics when they ran that championship run. And unfortunate what happened to Jason Tatum in the playoffs, but it really, really catapulted him into now having to take on the leadership role and everybody wanting to follow him. So I think that was, even though it was a bad situation, it was also a good situation because now they needed another leader and they already had it. But now he's now more on the forefront. He's more the vocal point. When teams have to play, they got to be ready for Jaylen Brown. They have to be ready for him.
Definitely. It'll be interesting to see next season the adjustment that Jason Tatum will now have to make with Jaylen Brown now emerging as the guy on that team. And again, proving night in and night out that he can be in that conversation. This has been, quite honestly, for me, at least me watching him through his career, this is the most consistent Jaylen Brown has been his entire career right now. And I like it. Again, not a Celtic fan, not by a long shot. I'm just a fan of good basketball. And
if I'm not mistaken, he just turned 30. If I'm not mistaken,
yes.
So he's literally at the peak of his prime right now. So we still got a couple of good years of basketball in him to watch. So let's see if we can get. I mean, knowing that I'm talking to a Knicks fan, we'll see what kind of Knicks Celtics rivalry we get in the playoffs because I'm pretty sure they're going to lock horns in the playoffs this year. Pretty sure.
It's very possible. Right now they sit at 2-3. The Knicks are a game ahead of the Celtics. In there. I also mentioned how Detroit still leads the Eastern Conference right now by 3 games over the Knicks right now. And I'm sorry, I'm just still not sold on Detroit. I'm just not, because I feel like they have to. There have been too many games where they've had to rely on Tobias Harris and to be the number 2 guy behind Cade. And that's, you and I both know, Tobias is not that guy. Somebody else has to emerge. For me to start taking Detroit really seriously, either Jalen Duren has to stay on the court because right now the injury bug is killing him. Jaden Ivey, he missed a lot of time last year, so he's still rounding into form. Ausar Thompson is not a scorer. Elite defender. But, I mean, he's going to get you some buckets in terms of breakaways. He's going to make some defensive stops. But they don't really, I hate to say it, they don't have a bona fide number 2 behind Cade.
Right. Well, like you said, I think Jaden Ivey is something that they're going to probably look into. But like you said, he has to shape into form right now. He was hurt last year. I think he tore his ACL last year. So I think that they're going to gradually bring him into this part of the offense. They're not going to rush him back, which is a smart move because he's young. He's 21 years old, so
Absolutely.
He's still finding his body, his NBA body. So we know the NBA, they are very meticulous on their draft picks, especially one that they know has long-term accountability. So with him and Cade being their future right now, being that Cade is now the superstar, like you said, he needs a bona fide number 2, and I think they got one. But like you said, he's still got to find his way, still got to find his niche on this team because this team is rolling without him. So now he has to find out what part of this team is he going to fit. If he's going to be the number 2 bona fide scorer for them, then they're going to gradually and Bernie Bickerstaff, he has a JB Bickerstaff, he has a way of making sure that young players are involved. He did it in Cleveland. So he's definitely going to do it here. I just think this team has a little bit more toughness than the Cleveland team that he had for the past 4 years before he came to Detroit. So I think that he's kind of gathering the troops together, and I think that Jaden will be he'll be a solid number 2 with Cade once he gets his body. Like I said, these kids are still young, so they're still moving on baby fat, trying to find out, trying to get nutrition, trying to get their bodies together. So they'll be fine. I think they need to be paying attention to the Knicks, though, because the Knicks are making some good moves, and their rotations are starting to fill in and fill out and starting to find out their roles, as they can kind of still are adjusting to Mike Brown's offense and his defensive schemes and everything like that. So Detroit can't really play around if they're gonna deal with this injury bug. It's a good thing that they're dealing with it now rather than in the second half of the season. So let's get the injury bug out the way so we can have some good playoff basketball. That's the way I look at things.
And especially as we mentioned at the top of the show, the Knicks are getting healthy. They got Josh Hart back, and I just found out today that Landry Shamet has been upgraded to a game time decision for Wednesday, which means Shamet is back. Okay. So the Knicks are whole. The Knicks are whole again, which, as we know, when they were whole early in the season, they were scary.
They were dominating. They were dominating.
That was a
Absolutely.
scary team when they were whole. So I mean, if the Knicks are whole, they and Vegas has already catapulted them back to the team that they, even with them being 3 games behind Detroit right now. Vegas has the Knicks as the favorite to get out of the Eastern Conference as of right now, as of today, with the news of Landry Shamet, his impending return. Cornell Gregania says, I agree, Tobias is not a championship winner. No, listen, I still laugh about Jimmy Butler and his Tobias Harris over me.
You know what it was? I think with Tobias, even in the Orlando years, he was trying to find out who he really was.
Absolutely.
And the Sixers kind of pushed him into taking on that role when they found out that Ben Simmons was going to be a bust. So they needed somebody to kind of lean on. And I don't think Tobias mentally was ready to take on that responsibility, being the Swiss Army knife that they needed, which they thought they had in Ben Simmons. So he kind of digressed. And then going back to Detroit, because he played there once before after he left Orlando. So going back there for him, I think, was kind of like a resurrection of his career a little bit, because there weren't a lot of teams that were kind of asking for a kind of, combo 3 forward like him. So him being out there is more being having a mentorship, and when the time is right, I think he'll be a plug-in, plug guy, as the season progresses. But yeah, right. He's not a championship guy to where you can put the ball in his hands and depend on him to facilitate your offense and get a winning basket. I don't see that.
Right. You're not going to Tobias Harris late in the game in a playoff game.
No, I'm not doing that.
If you need a bucket. Right. And that's why, and honestly, that's the reason why I'm not sold on Detroit yet. They've got their bona fide superstar in Cade. They've got a strong defense and a young core, but they are missing that consistent number 2 option behind Cade right now. And that's why I'm like, come playoff time, I'm like, because they're going to be keying on Cade. Who's going to be the person that will be able to step up and get them buckets when they need it in the playoffs?
Right.
Because, and you saw it, the Knicks exposed that last year. It was Cade or bust last year in the playoffs.
Right.
And that's why they lost in 6 games.
Right, but like you said, inexperience is the best teacher. And I think, as we know, the trade deadline is coming around, so there are some things.
Earliest trade deadline in history, February 6th, is the trade deadline this year.
So there's some things that they can probably look at to where they can plug into their roster, because I don't think Malik Beasley is coming back with all the drama.
No, nobody's taking a chance on him.
Right.
He's too much. That would be too much of a distraction. Especially Detroit won't do it now. Especially with them playing the way that they are, that becomes a distraction for a first place team. And you don't need that. You don't need that circus when you're trying to take that next step in the NBA annals and moving up. Victor George Smith joins us on the show. What up, bro?
With the Turkey Survivor Series hat on.
How did Tobias Harris make the show? That's up.
We're good. As we reach the midpoint of the season, we're going through the teams in the Eastern Conference right now.
Now I would say this as a potential. Like I said, we always try to talk in even though we give facts on this show, but I'm gonna throw a hypothetical out there, and for a team like Detroit, and looking at some of the youth that they have and some of those youth players that they don't even play. A guy like Ja Morant would be really sexy to look at the trade deadline.
I don't think JB can handle him.
I don't know about that.
Well, the story is he really wants to go to Miami, but again, he doesn't fit in the Heat culture.
I was getting ready to say that.
I was gonna say, I don't say, like, all right, so right now he doesn't fit in. But I don't think he knows what he's asking for when he says he wants to go to Miami Heat.
I agree with that. I absolutely agree with
the
that.
disciplinarians that Spo and that Heat culture with Alonzo down there and Pat Riley.
And Riley.
And they hold you accountable on every facet of your life. Right.
Maybe that's the best thing for him. He might, take a look at his life and be like, listen, let them get me right. They're not going to let dad sit where he wants to sit. I ain't going to be able to hit a shot and high five my dad no more. But
the lure of South Beach can still be tempting. And,
I
and
mean,
for him, he's still a young guy. You know what I'm saying?
true.
So I think that they really have to reel him in and chaperone him and really mentor him mentally for him to want to perform in Miami. I mean, who don't want to be there? I mean, but to follow the footsteps of Dwayne Wade and LeBron James and those champions that have been down there, because that's what they're looking for. You know, it's championship culture, or they don't need you. You
They
know,
have the
and they've
they
been
have,
in the finals the last 2 out of 5 years. You understand what
they
I'm
have
saying?
the infrastructure
Right,
for him.
right.
So
But is he willing
that's
to
why I'm
conform?
not
Is the
worried.
question.
Say it again.
Is he willing to conform? That's the question.
If he wants to stay in the league, I mean, it's to a point now because I think that everything that's going on with him now is just like, he's ran his course in Memphis. So his attitude might not be the best. And
Well, I'll say this.
Yeah.
I'll say this, and I'll quote this because I have family that is close to the Morant family.
Mhm.
Ja has kind of been lackadaisical in his approach to the game the last couple of years.
Right, because
I mean, well, we can see that.
And I would be surprised, even though he is an all-world talent when healthy. Like he is Showtime basketball. He is must-see TV.
he needs to change the scenery, man.
Yeah,
He needs to change the scenery.
and I'll say this, like, and like I say to D'Lo, Bishop D'Lo, I never want to disregard the Knicks, but a place like this is not for him. It's too much here. You know, like I love to see dynamic duos. Like that's just I'm from that era of basketball. You know what I'm saying? Where there's 2 or 3, then there's
Right.
just
Not
great
now.
basketball.
Not
But for
this,
him to
not,
be
not
here-
not this era of Knicks basketball. No,
Right.
not
Like-
this era of Knicks basketball.
Like even Brooklyn. Even Brooklyn is a good landing spot for him because they're in a rebuild. And they have MJP there. They have a champion there already. So I think, you got to look at certain
I only
places.
like
Like
them in Brooklyn.
Miami is kind of in a rebuild. They're not solidified as a threat in the Eastern Conference. So they're
Well,
kind of
MPJ apparently is on the radar of the Golden State Warriors.
From what I've heard,
Wow.
like the button is just waiting to be pushed. Like, and
Yeah.
MPJ is a warrior for all intents and purposes.
Wow.
As long as they don't make the deal by Thursday, I just we played him Thursday. I don't want to, because listen, as bad as Brooklyn has been this year, he's having a great season.
And he's
You know,
All-Star
some people
Reserve.
had
He's
the
All-Star
nerve.
Reserve.
Some people had the nerve, and I'm not gonna say no names, but they're from my podcast.
He gonna throw his boys under the bus.
When in the preseason, they're like, "Yo, Cam Johnson to the Nuggets, he gonna do way better than Michael Porter Jr." I was like,
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
"On what planet? You mean?"
I when they made the deal, I said, "Oh, the Nets are rebuilding, and it looks like MPJ is gonna be the centerpiece."
Right.
Man, I was like, "Well, Michael Porter Jr. is gonna be on every one of my fantasy basketball teams because he's gonna be averaging close to 30."
And
But it's
he's
clear to
having a
see-
great year.
But it's clear to see
year.
that Jordy Fernandez is not the answer here. He's clearly not the answer, and I don't think his philosophy is translating to winning basketball here because this is a city of grit. This is a city of grind, and even though we are in a West Coast offense type of league right now, that style of basketball, and he is totally wearing Cam Johnson out. Cam Thomas. Cam Thomas. He is wearing Cam Thomas out. You know what I'm saying? You know how many times Cam Thomas has been on injured reserve, on not even back to backs, but just on the IR, just to have him load managed because he's dealing with so many injuries because he takes so much of the offense into his hands. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And he's not a 6'6" guard. He's a 6'3" guard playing 2 guard. You know what I'm saying? And taking majority of the shots. If not for MJP, having the year he's having, he's probably going to touch the ball probably 70% of the time in playing. So for him to have those type of injuries, knowing that this is a 23-year-old guard, it's a lot.
I hated
And that
y'all-
speaks to
I
the
hated
that
the
speaks to the coaching staff.
I hated the Nets draft so much they drafted 4 guards. I was just like,
What are you doing?
what are y'all doing?
All
Like,
those picks, and you drafted a bunch of guards.
I was like, package these picks. Go pick up a bad contract somebody doesn't want from go get Kaminga. But with the draft picks you got, Golden State ain't gonna know what to do with them draft picks. Just give them to them. Like, it is what it is. But like,
Clearly, that's how the Knicks felt about the Nets and Mikal Bridges. Like, give them the draft picks. They're not going to know what to do with them.
Right.
it's just like I just wonder when I saw what the Nets did. The Nets did in the draft. And I was like, okay, they're keeping all 4 of these picks, and they're gonna take a guard with all 4 picks. I was like, this is pretty dumb.
No, it actually makes sense, bro, because look at who their general manager is. Sean Marks is a Spurs guy who the Spurs have always created their entire culture around guard play. Like look
Right,
at
but
what's
they
happening.
but
But
the
defensive guards, not guards that
defensive
are really,
guards, and also they've done that when they had a generational big.
true.
Right.
They had Tim Duncan,
True.
and now they have Victor Wembanyama.
True.
You know, if you got a generational big, you can go draft 4 guards. The Nets don't have a generational big.
You got Nick Claxton.
Right.
Nick who?
Right. You got Nick Claxton. I mean,
But it goes to show you that every culture doesn't translate in other places.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like right now, like when we the initial show that we had when I spoke when they asked for our preseason picks, and I said, pay attention to the San Antonio Spurs
Mm-hmm.
because they have
you
a
were
team,
dead on with that because they have been great this year. They have
Telling
absolutely
you.
been great.
and they have guards that don't mind sharing the basketball and play defense. When they destroyed my Lakers, I
Oh,
said,
we was coming off a back-to-back. I wasn't tripping off.
I don't care. You out there, it's time to play. I don't care who's in front of you. When the ball goes up, you out there, you play at maximum effort. And the Lakers took San Antonio for granted. And they got
I don't know
whooped.
how you could though.
I
I
don't
mean,
know. That's
I
my
don't
point.
think they
I don't know how
did.
can you do that? How can you do that?
Them boys is old. Well, one of them boys is real
One
old.
of them boys though.
one of them boys is old.
One
I
of
mean,
them men is real old.
other than number 23, everybody else on the team is pretty young.
Yeah,
But it goes to show you that the league is changing.
I-
And I
let
love
me
the
ask
way
you this
that
question.
Go ahead.
I saw something today that made me cringe a little bit.
What's that?
Pretty much, and I never thought about it like this. And it was like it said the Pelinka cycle. It starts off, we're gonna see how we do in the first 25 games. Lakers get overrated, Lakers get underrated. Then they get to the trade deadline and be like, oh, it's a little bit too expensive for us. We're gonna wait till next summer to do something, and they don't do nothing in the summer.
And the cycle continues.
The cycle continues. I was like, well,
I thought Giannis got hurt just now.
Honestly,
Oh,
I've
yeah,
I've never understood how they handed the keys to that franchise to Pelinka anyway. I never
He was
took.
a Kobe
I
guy.
mean,
He was a Kobe guy.
I get it,
He was a Kobe
but
guy.
I felt like the
It
Lakers.
was clearly a Kobe decision. It wasn't.
I felt like the Lakers were in better position when Magic was running the team.
Yeah, I get that, but it was clearly. Well, the Bus family gave the keys to.
They gave the keys to Pelinka, yeah.
Right, and Magic was like, "What are you doing?" And
Magic said,
I
"I'm not gonna be
think, and I think
Magic
Kobe
said, "Yeah,
had
I'm not
a lot
working.
to do-
I'm not working with him."
I'm gonna be here.
Magic said, "I'm not working
here.
with him."
Yeah,
No.
Magic said, "I'm out of here," and because he was making some horrible deals.
Right, Pelinka
The Dwight
terrible.
Howard deal was hard. The Dwight Howard deal was horrible.
When we
The
traded
Steve
away,
Nash deal was horrible.
we traded
Trying to
away,
reinvent the wheel with old guys. It was horrible.
we traded away Zubac to make a roster spot for Melo, and never signed Melo.
And then didn't sign Melo.
No, actually, you did for the mid-level
No,
exception.
we didn't sign Melo to the next season.
The next year, I mean, yeah, for the next year, yeah. But he still came at the mid-level exception. He didn't come with a big deal under his pocket. You know what I'm
and
saying?
then spent all of that time trying to find a center while Zubac was kicking our butt.
Well,
On the
Subas has
other
turned
side,
into
on the other side of the locker room.
really, really good center.
Imagine him. Well, he's not
Zubats
really
he's
but
a really, really serviceable center.
solid, serviceable center.
And you know, until they got Ayton this year, they haven't had one in a while.
Right.
And Aiton's starting to get that look on the bench, like, yo, you know, you get ready to pack your bags, right? And he was my guy, and I was a supporter of him, and he's really starting to let me down.
I'm pointing the finger at JJ Redick
Yeah.
because
He can't absolve him of any culpability. He's culpable.
you are looking a little bipolar, sir. Because
A little.
thank you, D'Lo. Because when we didn't have no center, you didn't want to play Jackson Hayes in the playoffs when we was going up against the 7-4 Rudy Gobert. Now we got somebody that could play a little center, and you don't want to play him in fourth quarter. You don't want to run nothing for him, but a pick and roll and a lob. Like we're not gonna run nothing for him.
Right.
Like does Luka have to lead the league in points? Do we have to start the second quarter with Gabe Vincent, my boy LaRavia, Marcus Smart, Vando, and Jackson Hayes? Who gonna score on that? Who's scoring out of that lineup?
Vando.
Nobody.
Vandy.
Now I know a lot of what's going on now is because Austin Reeves is out. And when Austin Reeves come back, he will alleviate a lot of these issues. But I'm just saying, you have to adjust. You have to gain some patience. I don't understand why just a couple months ago he was unplayable when we had no center, but now we do have a center. And you know his strengths and you know his weaknesses. We didn't bring him in here. We didn't bring Aiden in here to be Dwight Howard.
No.
Let me
And we remember we all said it on the preseason preview show. Like we just need this guy to go in and give him 10 and 10 or 12 and 10 and it'll be fine.
But can I say
13
this?
and 7.
I thought
and everybody was like, that's a win. If Aiden gives you that, it's a win.
I have to say this because, and I'll say this, Keisha Carter's gonna kill me.
Uh-oh.
But I'm sorry, baby girl, but LeBron James.
And there she is.
LeBron James got to go. LeBron James, he has to be moved.
Uh-oh, George. Keisha said she told you and you didn't listen.
No, you said that we needed another center, and that's going to add ain't that many minutes in the day.
Right, it's not enough minutes.
There is clearly a disconnect with this offense with him in it. And I'm not taking away from his greatness. He has been great for
the league. LeBron gotta go?
Yes. He's a money hog, and they can't bring anything in there because of that big contract.
$55 million this year.
They cannot. And as much as I love him as a team player and the cohesiveness that he brings to a team, LeBron James, the aura of LeBron James still demands him to have the basketball in his hand, and he's not that guy anymore.
I really just feel like LeBron in year 23 needs to be looking toward retirement.
Yeah,
because
it's time
he's not that guy. He's not that guy anymore.
Now, for me,
not at the dominant level. He can have stretches.
Right.
But
right. He has
the Lakers need somebody who can be that dominant guy. He's not that anymore.
When you got Giannis poking the ball from behind you to end the game.
Oh, that's steal. That was a high school steal.
That was a good play.
No,
it was a great play.
But
when was the last time?
But
think about it, George. When was the last time you saw that happen to LeBron?
Right, exactly.
LeBron turnover, James.
Come on now. You know what's coming.
You said LeBron turnover, James.
That man is a pastry chef at times, D-Lo.
Yeah, but check this out.
Apple turnovers. Peach turnovers.
LeBron, there's no way LeBron. It's like LeBron has no adjustment anymore. You understand?
No,
what I'm saying? And he can't blow by. He can't blow by guys like he used to.
But after 20, and that's just it. After 23 years, you haven't adjusted your game because you're used to being that dominant force. Well, guess what? Now, granted, guys are still not as strong as him necessarily, but
Right.
everybody's as quick as him now, so
Right.
they can stay in front of him. So it's like you're not blowing by anybody anymore. That's not happening.
And for you to score 25 points and Dylan Brooks scoring 27, things like that. It's just thing. It's just
That's not
comparisons
supposed
like
to
that
happen.
I can't understand. Like that's never happened.
I mean,
And Dylan Brooks is on a bad Phoenix team, not a contender.
mean,
Dylan Brooks
got some-
has
that's the reason
improved his
why he
three-point
did
shooting
27.
tremendously. He has improved his offensive game. I will credit Dylan Brooks that, and I saw that when they played us last week. I'm like, oh, this dude can actually shoot now. Because I remember when you left Dylan Brooks open, they're like, shoot it all night. We don't care.
Yeah.
But let's think about something. Even
Can't do
with
that
him,
anymore.
right? Even with him, right? Let's not forget, he was a top 10 scorer when he was at Oregon. So it wasn't like he couldn't shoot. When he came to the league, they didn't want him to shoot. They wanted him to defend and be a dog in Memphis. They didn't need him to shoot in Memphis. They didn't need him to shoot down there. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, Phoenix needs his offense, though.
Right.
What
So-
I needed for the Lakers to do is understand.
Miss Carter
Yeah.
is in the building.
I need the Lakers to understand a couple things. Number one, and most importantly,
Why are you in the dark again?
I
You
was getting
still
ready to say,
celebrating
turn
your
the lights
birthday?
on.
Turn the lights
You
on,
know I
Keisha.
ain't. You
Turn
know
the
I
lights
ain't here.
on.
No, she just leaving Zion.
I'm definitely not leaving Zion. Definitely not leaving Zion.
Wait, the lights is on in Zion. What you talking about?
The lights is on in this vehicle too.
I just
Zion
need
don't
them-
do dark church.
Not really, but we got glowing.
No,
we got a
Zion
lot of
don't do
glowing. We got a lot of glow in the dark episodes going on.
Lord,
No,
Lord,
no,
Lord, Lord.
no,
Please don't start,
no,
Keisha.
no,
Let
we're
my
not-
mama and them out there tonight. Don't start.
leave the Davy Wright spirit where it's at. Do not bring it into the show tonight.
Oh my God.
Do
Now,
not bring the Davy
mean,
Wright spirit into the
it's
show
the
tonight.
era. It's the era. Y'all know how it is. It's the era. The lights, the big screens. It's the era.
That's it.
So,
I mean, it don't help that you wouldn't hire Stanley Brown. So I mean, that's not a bad thing. That's a great thing. But I mean,
Ah.
you're gonna get all the zhuzh when you got somebody of that caliber running your music department. You're gonna get the zhuzh. You're gonna get.
How go, Keisha?
I saw that hire. I said, "Oh, Bishop
Lord.
White got all the money." Okay.
listen, you're
said,
gonna get
okay.
all that. You're gonna get all the
Stanley
lights.
Brown don't come cheap. Stanley Brown don't come cheap.
You're gonna get the lights.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, you're gonna
Absolutely.
get that. But
Absolutely.
if we're still on the topic of the Lakers, I told George.
Yeah, you didn't tell me nothing.
Here we
Tell
go.
me you need another center.
I told you. I said that the Lakers is gonna have an issue. I told you, and I'm gonna be honest. I really think that I don't know
Can
if you
you
said this already.
tell me the exact issue that we're having? Are we just not down one of our top players?
As much as I love my boy, I told you that he needed to come off the bench. Period. I said that from jump.
Who?
LeBron.
Brian.
I said that. I said that.
LeBron can't come off the bench.
But who's
At
having?
41?
But how are you dealing with that PR nightmare?
JJ,
How do you tell arguably the greatest player in NBA history that in year 23 he has to come off the bench? Who's having that conversation? Not JJ. JJ's not having that conversation with him.
So JJ's not having that conversation.
Genie Bus.
It's not even
JJ
Jeannie Buss not even in charge anymore.
No, she
So
still owns. She
JJ
still owns a majority stake. She still makes the decisions there.
JJ's
Until
not,
for 5 years, she still makes the decisions.
JJ's not gonna make that decision, right? But at the same time, you sitting on him to. So what do you want him to do? What you got Luka there? That's what you
JJ
brought Luka there
literally-
for.
JJ literally has 3 other head coaches assisting him. There should be some type of breakdown where even when Austin Reeves is out, there should not be a time where either Luka or LeBron are not on the floor. If Luka's playing the whole first, then LeBron plays the first 6 and goes sit down no matter what the score is. You bring in the other guys off the bench, keep yourself out of foul trouble. Second quarter starts, LeBron starts the second quarter, Luka comes off the bench.
But
I
this
think
is
they're
the
doing that now. I
this,
think they're doing that now.
but this is
Most
the
teams,
thing.
most teams with 2 superstars do that.
Right.
But we're missing, but we have 3. Well, people don't want to. We're missing like 27 points a game right now.
You're missing the other center.
We're missing 27 points a game. You wouldn't understand that being a Miami fan. Nobody
You're
scores that much.
missing a center.
Nobody
You're
scores that much
missing
down
a
there.
center. You
What?
tell me how much
What?
points did
Actually, Miami is
drop
losing the center.
against
What
the
happened to
Kings?
Bam?
How many points? Answer this
Bam's
question.
never really
I
been a
already
center,
know
but
what
nobody wants to
Miami
have
is.
that conversation with me. I've been saying it for years. Bam's not a center.
What happened to
I
Bam?
already know what Miami is. It don't hurt my feelings what you guys say about Miami. I talk about Miami. That's my team. I say what I want. What I want to say, tell me how many points your old boy had last night against the Kings. How much?
So you want you want me to just take one game out of
I want
the whole
no.
season?
Just give me the number. Give me the
You
number.
want me to take one game out of the whole season so you can make a point out of the whole season, or should I give you an average for the whole
D-Lo,
season?
no,
way-
it's not the
that
whole
way-
season because we actually spoke about this before and we told you that he
No,
wasn't
we
going to be
didn't speak about
consistent.
this before.
Yeah,
You
yes,
speak
we
about
did.
this every
And
time
y'all
they
keep
lose.
telling me, oh,
But you were
Keith,
very quiet in
let
November
him
and
be
December.
serviceable. I'm not quiet any other time. You come on my page,
Matt,
I'm going to talk to you.
D-Lo,
Hit me
quiet
up.
as a mouse.
Ain't nobody quiet.
She did her consecration early.
Ain't nobody quiet. D-Lo,
She
pull
did
up
her
the stats
January
right now.
consecration in
Pull
October,
it up
November.
right now, D-Lo.
DeAndre Ayton had 13
Pull
points
it up,
and 13
D-Lo.
rebounds last night.
He had 13 and 13 last night.
That's what you wanted, but that's what we
Okay.
said in the beginning of the year. That's what the
Okay,
Lakers needed from him.
serviceable.
Oh, okay.
But we said
Okay.
that in the beginning of the year,
Serviceable.
Keith, he needed to just be serviceable and be
No,
consistent.
because Keisha has this
Serviceable.
idea of every loss is his fault, and every
He's
win,
not consistent though.
every win.
No, he's not. No, he's not. And that's why I said
He's not.
he's upsetting. I said he's upsetting me. But there's a reason
Thank
why
you.
he can't be consistent.
Thank you.
But there's a reason
Thank you.
why.
I disagree with that.
I said, I know I was
Listen,
going
all
to make
I
you
know-
mad.
Okay,
I
he's
didn't say
averaging
LeBron needed to
14
come
and
off the
getting
bench.
8
I said
rebounds.
LeBron needed to go because they don't have any continuity with him on the floor.
Listen.
But here's my thing, though. We keep on saying LeBron needs to
I
go.
will screenshot.
Who's
I
gonna
will
pay
screenshot
for it?
what I wrote, Dio. I will screenshot what I wrote about the Lakers this year. I will screenshot it to you. Everything that I said is happening
It's
right now.
all wrong. There's nothing you said that was accurate. There's literally
It's
not
happening
a
right-
thing you
How is it
Screenshot
wrong
this
if
on
it's
the
a true
D-Lo.
event? It's happening
Screen-
right now.
If you were accurate
And let
about
me tell
anything
you,
said,
let me
you
tell you
wouldn't have to
another
screen-
thing.
What? Tell me one thing you said about the Lakers in the preseason that's accurate. One
Now,
thing, please.
let me tell you another thing too. Let me tell you, I'm gonna get there because I know what I said. Let me tell you
no,
another
you
thing.
don't, 'cause he-
And this is really a JJ issue too as well. This is the JJ issue too as well.
Well,
Why
we
are
did
you
say
not
that. We
using
did say
nobody
that
from
JJ is
off
part of the
bench?
problem. We
I
all
agree
agree
with that.
JJ is a part of the problem. We do
You're
agree.
onto
We do
something
agree
right
with that.
there. I completely agree with you with that. He's very temperamental.
Why not switch up the rotation? Why?
We said that.
There's
We
been a
said
lot
that.
of injuries, and Austin Reeves is out. So,
Luka had 42 last night on 16 of
told
25.
so we can't.
And
be
LeBron
doing
had
that.
22 last
We
night.
can't do that every
LeBron
game
had
in
22.
April.
And they lost.
By 12.
Lost to the Kings.
But the Kings
We're
are
now
not a bad
10 and
team.
30.
I don't care. They play every night though. They come out to play every night. They put their
Oh, they play
put
hard.
their-
Yeah, I mean,
They
it's
put their
what I
hard
always
hat
say
on
about that. You know,
every night. So
listen, this is what I said. I've always said that this is the NBA. These are the 420 best players in the world.
But
You gotta come to play every night
Every
because
night.
you're
But-
gonna get the best of a team. I don't care what their record says. You're gonna get the best of that team.
You had Little Latino Loca. Was Little La Vida Loca. You had Smith. Who else? They all had like what, 3 points each yesterday?
Yeah.
Living La Vida Loca. What? Who?
She talking about LaRavia.
Jake LaRavia?
LaRavia, yeah.
No, yesterday was bad. Like like all the other guys that played.
Jackson Hayes had 12 off the bench.
Bronny came in for his garbage time and outscored like 5 players.
Bronny has 6 points.
The Timberwolves
And
are
he
destroying
outscored, like,
destroying the
mad
Milwaukee Bucks 66-39 in the second quarter with 2:41 left in the first half.
Milwaukee just needs to blow that team up, but that's another
Dang,
conversation.
didn't the Lakers lose to the Bucks the other day?
They did.
Didn't the Lakers lose to the other day?
They
So
did.
throw the whole team away. They're the
Yes.
5th seed. Let's
Oh
just
my
trade
God.
everybody. When the Lakers are the 5th seed, they're not gonna make the playoffs. Just trade everybody, throw it all away. Let's just tank for the lottery then, because they stink.
You better hope and pray they don't get to the play-in, because I put them in the play-in.
Who?
She put the Lakers in the play-in.
Look, as much as I love the Lakers like you do, I'll be surprised they make the play-in. I'll be surprised.
What are y'all?
Listen,
Yo, I'm telling you, man.
The Lakers are still
I'll be
guys.
surprised.
The Lakers are still 23-14 right now.
What are we
Yeah, but
doing?
with a
They've
bad
been
with a
losing
bad
games.
Western Conference, there's no pull away, there's no runaway favorite in the West though.
But they would have to go into an all-time tailspin to fall out of the playoff picture right now.
I guarantee.
You got to remember,
I don't even know
with
what
37
reason
games
to
into the season,
if the Lakers lose the next 4 or 5 games, JJ Redick will get fired.
but they're not going to. I don't see them losing 4 in a row.
Let's look at the schedule
Who they
right
playing?
now. I'm gonna look at the schedule right now.
Yeah, I want to look at the
And
schedule.
I'm gonna tell you the Lakers schedule right now, and I'm gonna tell you what's an L and what's a W.
I can see it here. Lakers.
Lakers got Atlanta today at 10:30.
Lakers
That's a
Atlanta
L.
tonight.
That's an L.
They're at home though. I don't
That's
know.
an L.
And listen,
Lakers at Clippers Thursday night. That's another L.
again, you can't
'Cause they
say
lost to
that.
them last game.
Lakers
lost to
at
them the
Mavericks.
last game.
Lakers at Mavericks.
Hey,
That's a
D-Lo.
win.
D-Lo. God sure knows how to send something for me to set me at peace.
Lakers at
Peter
Bulls.
Parker just came back.
Lakers at Bulls. That's
Oh, I'm
a-
sorry. I
that's
went
a
to
dub.
worship.
That's
My
a
bad.
dub.
My bad.
Since October.
Lakers at
Parker's back.
Cavaliers.
Jada
That's a
Parker's
dub.
back.
Whew. Thank you, Lord. Because y'all try to give me, y'all try.
Y'all are trying him tonight. He said.
Y'all are trying it.
Wait, hold on. I'm bugging. Hold on. Let me look. Lakers at Hornets. Wait, Lakers at Hawks. That's an L.
No. The Hawks at
Hornets-
Lakers. That game is in LA tonight.
The Hornets at Lakers.
Hornets,
That's a
Lakers. Lakers,
Trailblazers,
Blazers.
Lakers. Trailblazers, Lakers. That's a trap game. They could get an L there. Raptors at Lakers. That could be an L. Nuggets at Lakers. That's definitely an L. Lakers, Clippers.
Wait.
That's an L.
Stop. Why is the Nuggets at Lakers definitely an L?
That's definitely
It's
an L.
Lakers at Nuggets. Lakers are in Denver.
But why?
It's an L.
Schematically, explain it to me.
And remember,
They have
and-
no guards to stop the Nuggets guards. Who gonna stop them?
but the Nuggets don't have a Jokic.
Does it matter? No.
Yes.
There's
Don't matter.
nothing.
Good night, y'all.
So you're gonna tell me
I'm out.
DeAndre Ayton is gonna go off
I'm out.
and no Jokic there?
Don't matter.
Give me a break.
I'm not saying that DeAndre Ayton's going to go all. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that
I'm realistic
they
about
run
this.
their
They're gonna
offense
get
through
punched in
Nikola Jokic.
Dog, listen, that's an L. Watch.
Yeah,
Lakers, Mavericks.
This
That's a
sounds
win for
exactly
the
like when
Lakers.
y'all was trying to
Lakers,
convince me.
Bulls.
This sounds exactly like when y'all was trying to
Another
convince me
trap game
This
because
sounds
of
exactly
fast
like when y'all was
guards.
trying to
If it's
convince
no
me that
Josh
African
Giddey, if
team-
it's no Josh
that
Giddey in
African
that
team
game,
could beat Team
they
USA
win.
last summer.
if it's Josh Giddey in that game, they
This is the same thing.
Lakers Cavaliers, January 28th. That's 6. That's 7 games.
That's
That's
all
a 7-game
L's, so
stretch.
they're gonna be 0-7.
And they no. I didn't say they're gonna be 0-7.
No, might as well.
No, I'm not
I'm
saying
not-
that.
I'm not doing the same list as well. But what I am saying is that
There's
the
a whole
Lakers is
bunch
gonna
of
have a
nothing.
hard
The
time
Lakers
with
been
their
the
schedule.
second
I'm just
seed
saying.
for the majority
just
of
saying.
the freaking year. They've been the second best team in the toughest conference in the league, and y'all saying they're not gonna make the play-in. On what
Make sure
planet?
you
Yeah, that's a bit much, guys.
make
Yeah,
sure you
I'm
send me
not
my.
going that
I'm gonna
far.
tell you what I want for lunch.
Oh,
I'm gonna
it's a
tell you what
bet.
I want for lunch.
So if the Lakers are in the top 6, what do you give George?
I don't want nothing. I know she wrong. It's
I
enough.
give George lunch. I
Her
don't care.
being wrong is enough for me.
I'm telling you, if the Lakers are not careful, and I mean very careful, they could miss the play-in.
That would take a historic collapse, Willie. That would
Listen
take
to
a
me.
historic collapse.
Luka Doncic is not going
D-Lo,
to
we
be
haven't
able to
seen that
sustain
happen.
this for a whole season. He's
We
not.
are
Right, because
38 games into the season.
He's never led the Lakers.
If the
score
Lakers
before.
play, which means there are 40,
He's never been.
yeah,
in the
30
MVP
games. There's
running
44
before.
games left. If the Lakers, quite honestly,
You gotta stop,
if the Lakers just go 500 the rest of the season, it's still 46 wins. That's enough to make the playoffs. Not the play-in. That's enough to be in the top 6.
We gotta stop, yo. We gotta stop.
They're 44 games. They've got 44
So,
games
let
left,
me ask
including tonight.
If
they go 22 and 22,
Can I ask y'all a question?
With a Minnesota
How do y'all
Timberwolves
feel?
team that is surging,
How do you feel about the Rockets, the Houston Rockets, and where do you see them ending up in the playoff seating at the end of the year?
and they're sliding right now.
No, don't say that, D-Lo. Don't say that, D-Lo. Don't say that.
Rockets would be top 3.
The Houston Rockets are the 7th seed in the West right now.
That's
with
okay.
1 game lower than the Lakers.
And
So
you think the Lakers going to sustain that?
You can see them being the 2nd seed.
Yeah, I said the 3rd. I said number 3.
You can see them being the 3rd seed.
The Rockets, yes.
With no point guard.
Yes.
A game less than the Lakers are right now.
Yes. I'm not changing my statement.
Okay, you could be wrong too. This
I'm
is
telling
just
you about the Lakers, but
y'all
whatever.
stand on these hills like it's not. There's reasonable reasons why they're not winning as they were earlier in the season. Don't get me wrong. I don't have them winning.
And what's that?
I don't have them winning the championship.
Listen, they are too old. I've
never had them winning
to
the
sustain
championship.
a season like this.
I've
with
never
young
had
guys.
them winning the championship because of the financial restrictions and the management's reluctance to make a big move before next year.
Reluctance. They can't. What moves can they make?
What
moves can they make?
What they are is a contender, and they're going to be a tough. If everybody is healthy, when we get to the playoffs, they're going to be a tough out. The Western Conference Finals should be their ceiling.
That's not realistic. With this old front, with this old
Good
front
night.
court, they can't. That's not realistic, bro.
They were in the Western Conference
We're
Finals.
already talking about
They were in the Western Conference
inconsistencies
Finals
with
2 years
DeAndre
ago.
Ayton.
Did we
Who's
not
gonna
know
win
what
the
happened
championship?
last year?
D-Lo.
Do we not know what
Were they
happened
not in the
last
Western Conference
year?
Finals 2 years ago?
They were.
And that was without
It
Luka,
don't matter.
right?
Know what happened? D-Lo, come on now. I'm on D-Lo. What happened?
What happened?
Yo,
last year?
come on, man. You making
They
it like
got knocked out in the first
Anthony
round
Davis
last
was
year
not standing there.
because they had a
Don't
Anthony Davis
say-
was there.
They had a team. They had a team that had no center but Jackson Hayes.
And it doesn't make a
Can you
difference
stop?
now,
Hold on, hold on.
George.
Can y'all
You said
be
they had
It
rational?
doesn't
Stop
make
being
a
emotional.
difference now.
They had 2
Stop
Hall of
being
Famers
emotional
on
and
their
be
team and they got
rational.
to the Western Conference Finals.
So
Stop
I'm
being
trying to
emotional.
see. I'm trying to
Stop
see
being
how you
emotional.
could.
I mean, they've got 2 Hall of Famers on their team now.
Stop being emotional.
They've got 2 Hall of Famers on their team now.
Because when they went,
Listen, you had
and
a
they played
bona
that-
fide. You have
when
a
they
bona
played
fide.
this- Hold
four
on, let me finish making my
and a
point.
bona fide
And
And then
five.
y'all can say what
Against-
y'all want to
Stop.
say.
Go ahead.
They played that same
Stop
team.
playing with me.
They played that same team that knocked them out in the first round. And how many times have the Minnesota Timberwolves beat the Lakers this year? They played them 2 times.
They beat them once, right? 12
No.
twice.
So the playoffs doesn't. So we're still count. Hold on, George. So
You're
we
bringing
counting
up
regular
last
season.
year. Keisha, you're bringing up
We're
last
counting
year.
regular season compared to
You're bringing
playoffs.
up last year. I saw the same team from Minnesota play a team that had a center this year, and they can't beat them. What's the
George.
difference? What's the difference?
Was you
If you're
or
gonna
was
bring
you
up-
not the
if you're gonna
person?
bring up last year, I'm just gonna tell you the newer version of the Lakers faced the same Timberwolves team and beat them twice.
Okay.
So y'all can hold on to that fool's goal of what happened last year. It was an unbalanced team. It was a badly built team.
I knew that's what you was gonna say. I knew it.
Because it's the truth. The truth covers all.
But it's a badly built team. It's a badly built team right now. That's what you're saying.
It's not a badly built team right now.
The Lakers are not constructed to win a championship.
So you think that when Austin Reeves comes back, it will be better?
And they're not constructed to make the playoffs the way they're
not gonna
playing.
make the playoffs.
They're not. I'm gonna stay right there.
Playoff
They're not constructed to make the playoffs
championship.
the way they're currently constructed. The way they're currently constructed, they are not built to make the playoffs.
That's crazy talk, man.
Oh, yo, listen.
You gotta take that back. You know it's being recorded,
JJ
right?
is not making no
It is being recorded.
adjustments. He's not making no adjustments. JJ is not going to make any adjustments. He's not making none. What the heck are we talking about? What are we talking about?
When are you going to take? So my thing is this: you got the league leader score, and you never take him off the ball. Never.
He's always on the ball.
Luka's never always on the ball.
Marcus Smart is not on the ball. LeBron is not on the ball.
Hold on. The league leading scorer is Luka Doncic at 35 a game. He's always on the ball.
Always.
Keisha, please, you watch highlights and
always. I actually watch the game, which is the reason why I can talk the way I do.
Keisha has league pass.
I got league pass. I'm watching the game tonight.
I guarantee if we look up analytics right now, I guarantee you Luka's touches probably at the top of the league. If not top 5.
I actually ran those numbers last week looking for something else, and yes, Luka is at the top of the league in touches.
Come on, man.
Thank you, D-Lo.
Thank you. God forbid he gets injured. Where's the offense gonna come from?
But what ifs?
Because we
Thank
speak
you,
basketball,
D-Lo.
and we know teams are one injury away from being in the draft and one superstar from being in the finals. Come on, man.
But you can't have
the Lakers had to go get somebody from the G League today.
These opinions.
They got somebody from the G League today.
Everybody gets players from the G League. Keisha, this is basketball, honey. What are we doing?
Because y'all need help. The Lakers need help. Everybody they need help. Come on, all right, George. Come on, man. Come on, man. Stop. Yo, they need help.
So we're gonna shift gears. We're an hour into the show. We're gonna shift gears away from basketball because it's quite contentious right now.
Save this recording, D-Lo.
The recordings are automatically saved. We have a YouTube channel.
Save it.
They said that the Lakers are not making the playoffs.
We said with this current roster constructed the way it is, no.
That's not what I said. That's not what I said. I'll say no.
I don't want to hear nothing.
Thank you, Willie. Because that's not what I said. I said
with
that
this team currently constructed,
Lord have mercy.
D-Lo, you see when I say
that's what I said. I said what I said.
I don't gotta jump off my truth. I've been saying the same thing. I've been saying the same thing since July. Am I lying, D-Lo?
No, you're not. You've been saying the exact same thing since July. That is true.
All right. So
that is absolutely true.
Or what?
You don't even know what he said.
George,
I know exactly what he said.
I look at the semantics, man. The way they move, the way the Lakers are moving right now, this is not a team that could go into either a play-in or a first-round playoff and win.
Maybe not so, but I mean, I look at, again, I just, without even getting into the nuts and bolts of it, I just look at the fact that they are 23-14 right now.
And they just lost to the Sacramento Kings.
Okay, but again, even if they went 500 the remainder of the season, that's still a 46-win season.
But that would show you that the rest of the Western Conference is really, really bad.
But they're not just playing the Western Conference, which means they got to beat teams in the other conferences as well.
But majority of their games will be against Western Conference opponents.
But 46 wins doesn't mean that the conference is bad. 46
wins don't guarantee you being in the play-in either.
46 wins in the way it's constructed this year. You got to remember, right now the 9 and 10 teams that are currently 9 and 10 in the Western Conference are both under 500.
That's my point.
46 wins
doesn't guarantee you to be
40,
in the play-in.
Yes, it does. 46 wins would have been the 9th seed last year in the play-in.
In
the Western Conference.
Okay, what team was that last year then?
There was nobody with 46 last year. It was 48 with the Grizzlies and 40. You got into the play-in with 39 wins last year. That was the
play-in.
And that's what I'm saying. There are two teams that are in the play-in right now that are under 500. So that's why I'm saying it's a lot more. I wouldn't say the West Conference is worse. There's a little more parity, yes.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Yeah,
but I think the 46 wins. I think the 46 wins get you in. I think 46 wins get you in both conferences.
Time will tell.
I said playing.
Shifting gears to the NFL, Super Wild Card weekend was this past weekend, where we saw the LA Rams beat the Carolina Panthers to move on. The Chicago Bears with an amazing comeback win over the Green Bay Packers. Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills eked one out versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. 49ers took care of the Eagles. And the Patriots win 16-3 over the LA Chargers. And the Houston Texans beat the brakes off of the Steelers last night, 30-6.
Goodbye, Aaron Rodgers.
Let's talk about the divisional round. Saturday, Bills and Broncos, 49ers, Seahawks. Who you guys got?
Upset Seahawks. City. Upset City.
I got the Bills only because I'm not giving Josh Allen no leeway.
Oh, he ain't got no choice this year.
I give him no leeway this year.
He don't have to worry about Mahomes, no Joe Burrow. He ain't got to worry about the other kid? No Lamar Jackson. There's no excuse this year.
He has no leeway with me. That's the only reason I'm picking Buffalo to win that game.
Dang, Kansas City and the Eagles is out. Wow.
Kansas City didn't even make the playoffs this year.
But that's what I love about the NFL. Like,
it's unpredictable.
Change, like.
Oh yeah, parity is that is the parity league. It's the parity league.
I'm picking the Bills because I truly believe, and this is just to a game that was prior to the playoffs. I truly believe Trevor Lawrence gave the Bills the blueprint on how to beat that 4-3 defense down there in Denver.
Okay.
Because those linebackers, they fly around, and you have to kind of keep them honest and off the ball or off the two-man rush that kind of caves in the pocket for Josh Allen. And Josh Allen is a mobile quarterback. So he will be able to exploit those A-gaps that their receivers will be able to get in. So he has to be pinpoint accurate to deal with those linebackers because, like I said, they fly around and they get to the quarterback really, really fast. So I do see them upsetting the Denver Broncos because I do not trust Bo Nix. He has been shaky-bakey all year, even though the record seems to show different. Mm-hmm. But that's more coaching and more situational football on the behalf of Sean Payton. Try not to put him in situations where he has to hold on to the football a lot. So Sean Payton has to do a masterful job to pull this off against that Buffalo defense, which is starting to come on as of late. But kudos to Josh Allen because his receivers, for the exception of Brandon Cooks saving him against the Jaguars last week, they're pretty formidable. But Josh Allen definitely got to be Superman. There can't be no days where he's playing Clark Kent. Because if he does, they're going to get their behinds whipped.
All facts.
Second game on Saturday, the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks.
Woo. 49ers don't have a chance. No George Kittle. Nothing across the middle. Nothing. And McCaffrey is going to get bottlenecked.
Attrition has tore the 49ers apart.
Absolutely.
But my heart goes out to them for beating the Eagles. I praise God for them.
Richly. That's a Cowboy fan talking.
Man, like I just want to love on them.
Well, the Eagles beat themselves. The Eagles really beat themselves, and they had multiple chances to win this game. AJ
Fired
Brown
their
catches
offensive
that.
coordinator today, and
That's
after
right.
that showing yesterday, they should have.
And guess
Yeah,
what?
Petrolo, yeah, he had to go.
He's not the problem.
No, AJ Brown is the problem for
not-
me. For me,
And have you seen the numbers if they do try to get rid of AJ Brown?
yeah, they gotta give
Well,
him
that cap hit's gonna be
big,
disgusting. Yeah.
big numbers, big
Ooh.
numbers.
Ooh,
But
I'm
for
making a
him,
video about that
but
tomorrow.
for him, I would say it's worth it because even though everything he said this year about their offense not really having an identity came to fruition, you got to make those big catches when it's time to make those catches, bro.
Yep.
That throw that Jalen Hurts gave him, there was nobody in front of him. He catches the ball. It's a touchdown. The touchdown, and we'd be having a different conversation today. But
Very
yet, you made it seem like you didn't get any offensive plays your way. You dropped 6 passes on Sunday. 6.
Oh, your camera's
3
not
of them
on.
were in the flat for 15 yards or more, and you dropped them.
Set himself up. Like as
So
much
you
as I
can't
hate
blame the
them,
quarterback for that because you the ones with the hand. You the one with the hands.
Yup. Because like with every, I don't know if it was just me, but with every drop, you just saw in your head of an interview with him complaining about not getting the ball.
Right, and just making the scrutiny more bad.
Yep.
And then you went on the
What's
side
up, Bishop Heflin?
and you barked at Sirianni, and Sirianni took his headphones off. It was like, yo, what do you mean? I didn't drop the ball. You dropped it.
You dropped the ball. Exactly. You dropped it.
So how you blaming him? He
Yeah.
gives you a play. You don't fulfill your part of the deal, and you get mad at him.
Yeah.
Got to go. And I'm being
still
honest.
no camera
I wouldn't be surprised if they blow it up. I wouldn't.
Man.
Sam says he
I
feels
can- I
that
can see-
AJ
I
Brown
can see-
dropped
I can
those
see
passes
that.
on purpose.
Woo.
I can see that. I can see that.
Listen, I'm not costing my team a chance at getting back to the Super Bowl because
But you know-
I'm in my feelings. I'm sorry.
But you know what
Just
he
not
said?
doing
He
that.
said something in an interview a couple of weeks ago, which kind of my antennas went up. He said, "I'm a champion." I was like, "Hold up, bro." Last time I saw when y'all beat the Kansas City Chiefs, Jalen Hurts threw the ball to you 15 times.
Sure did.
Threw the ball to Devontae Smith 12 times. Saquon Barkley had 4 passes out of the backfield against Kansas City, and the rest were run plays. And Jalen Hurts had about 300-some yards and 4 touchdowns. Last time I checked, this was a team effort. This was a team championship. And
You would
went
think
on-
so, but
You would think so. And you went on TV and said, "I'm a champion." I was like, wow, this is going nowhere fast. You know what I'm saying?
Bishop
So-
L joins us. Look like he hiding out in the corner.
I'm working
I'm about to say, what part of the country you in?
Flatlands.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. I thought you might be using a hotel room somewhere. You know, you be traveling. Listen, long as you on Church Avenue on Sunday, I don't care.
I will be there, brother.
As long as you on
You
Church
have
Avenue
no
Sunday.
worries. I will be there.
Texans Patriots on as we move to Sunday.
The Patriots are back.
Better believe it.
Upset alert.
I'm a Cincinnati Bengal fan right now.
Well, yeah, you know it's personal for you. I get it.
It's very personal for me. I'm a Cincinnati Bengal fan now, baby.
In order for go ahead,
upset alert.
George. Go ahead,
Upset
George.
alert.
In order for the Patriots to not lose this game, Drake May cannot turn over the football.
That's going to be huge. But they're going up
Yeah.
against a very strong Houston Texan defense.
Upset alert.
But with a shaky,
Oh,
bakey,
really?
with a shaky, bakey.
George is calling
Texans-
for the
The
upset.
Texans-
Listen,
the
I don't,
Texans will win this game.
I don't disagree, but it's on one premise: the turnover battles will determine this game because both
I agree.
defenses are stout. Both defenses are stout defenses.
Right.
Vrabel has those boys ready and prepared, but that's the Patriot way. And I'm so glad that they went and got a guy that knows the culture, that has been there, not only in championship experience, but they brought back, but we've been saying this for the past 3 or 4 years. Offensive coordinators matter.
Yeah.
They do.
Josh
Absolutely.
McDaniels is Nostradamus in New England.
He really is. He
Come
he he
on.
does, he works wonders with that offense somehow, some way. But I mean, as long as Drake May doesn't make mistakes, I think the Patriots will be fine. If he makes mistakes, Houston is going to take advantage of them.
Yeah, they scored 14 points off of
Yeah,
turnovers against
last night.
Pittsburgh.
Yep.
And it
Made no
might,
sense.
and you know what? And I really like Drake May. It might not even be his mistakes. It's just how overwhelming the Texans defense is.
But
That
the offensive line has been pretty. I say I don't want to say A+. They have been formidable.
Yeah.
In a few games that especially like that Chargers defense with Khalil Mack and those guys yesterday kind of got to him a little bit. But I think first playoff experience, first half, you're gonna be kind of shaky because you're trying to feel things out because you've never been this experienced before.
Right.
So defenses are kind of keen in on trying to make sure they limit you from spreading the ball out the way you used to. And he made a few mistakes. You understand what I'm saying? He fumbled the ball. If I'm not mistaken, he threw a pick. So for him, it was, let me get my feet underneath.
Yes, and Will
me, and let me
Anderson's
make sure.
problem.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. He's a dog.
Yeah.
And for him, it was, all right, I done got these jitters out the way. Now, he went back on the sideline, gathered himself. And even though the score did not, show how offensively sound they were in the second half, but they ran the ball extremely well. They got into the A gaps. They really tired out that defense. And the defense for the Patriots really, really destroyed. We thought they almost killed Justin Herbert last night. They almost killed Herbert the other day.
They did.
They almost killed him.
And the final game of Sunday, Rams-Bears.
Whew.
I got upset alert. I got the Rams winning that game. I got the Rams going up to Soldier Field and taking them out.
I don't know if there's really an upset. I mean, the Bears are at home by virtue of the fact that they won their division, but the Rams actually have a better record.
Home field advantage is home field advantage. It doesn't matter.
It is to a certain extent. It is to a certain extent. But there is something to say. Bishop Heflin thinks that the Bears will win.
If it snows, the Bears got it.
The Bears look right.
But if it's a nice day and no inclement weather, I'm gonna take the Rams because
it's gonna be cold. It's Chicago. It's gonna be cold.
But even
Chicago in January.
DeAndre Swift has 100. He has to have 100 yards rushing for them to even think about winning.
Right. They still have an offense that's conducive to that weather because they have 2 running backs, 3 tight ends. Like they're built to play in cold weather. It's just like when they got hit with the inclement weather in Philly last year, I think that's the only thing that held them back from beating the Eagles last year. But yeah, I'm kind of picking the Rams with this one too.
Hold on a second.
It's just that everybody that's like the young guys, Williams, May, everybody got to take that first step, put their toe in the water a little bit. Like it's not very often that them rookies get all the way to the promised land on that first trip through. So
Bishop Heflin is saying he's picking the Bears and the Broncos for the Super Bowl.
That'll be a throwback.
Wow.
I don't know about that, Bishop.
I'm not that confident in them.
The Bears and the Broncos.
This is Josh Allen's window, so I mean, you can't bet against
Broncos.
You can't bet against Josh Allen this year.
Pizza. Listen, check this out. If the Patriots beat the Houston Texans Sunday, the Patriots will be in the Super Bowl in San Francisco because there's nobody else there to stop them. If Josh Allen can pull off the upset, if he can, that's the only thing that's in their way. But if Denver beats the Bills, we're gonna crush them.
I can see that.
We're gonna crush them. So Josh Allen, that's the only formidable opponent I see getting in the way of New England getting all the way to San Francisco. Because if there's another home game in New England, you can forget about it. And that's not just a New England fan talking about that. That's just pure facts.
No,
the defense is ready.
That's a solid take. I think we all agree with that. That's a solid take.
I'm just of the belief that people always have to take one thing about basketball and football that I like that are kind of similar is that they have to make that crawl step before they make that walk into like championship situations where, there's got to be a little heartbreak, a little bit before you get to that next step. There's not a lot of success stories of young quarterbacks going from this spot all the way to the promised land. So you're gonna have
Okay.
to learn like somewhat.
Okay,
And
George, I'll use this analogy. Right?
Josh has been through so much. Like he has to lose a limb.
But I think
Like,
that window has diminished for him because the talent around him has diminished. That's the only reason why I can't really give it to him yet. If he had a bona fide number one out there with him that he could go to to get a ball to get a 50-50 ball where he can go deep down the field instead of these little dink and dunk guys that obviously get open. God knows how.
Right,
They
like
send a
if Josh
6-man
Allen
rush
was
at
throwing to
Josh.
Garrett
No,
Wilson,
he's
it would be different.
Right.
I think him not having a de facto number one benefits him.
Really?
I'm not. Now listen, when I say this, please don't believe that I'm calling him Tom Brady. I'm not. But it reminds me.
Yeah, please don't do that. Please don't do
Like,
that.
I'm not doing that. So I just wanted to add to put the precursor in there. LL. I had to do
Right.
it. It just reminds me of when Brady made those runs, and who was the number one? Troy Brown, Deion Branch. We didn't know, but
But he did have a number one in a few of those runs. He had Randy
the
Moss.
defense had to act accordingly. That's
Yeah.
why when you got a guy like Pat Surtain, who Pat Surtain gonna take out the game Saturday? He just has to look and he sees Pat Surtain over here.
I mean,
I'm
Brady
going
had
this
a
way.
number one too. His number one was just a tight end.
And I was to get right to say that was Gronk.
Not
and
through
before
all
all
the
the
years.
nonsense, he had Aaron.
But most of them.
Hernandez. Yeah. Yeah.
Most of them he had Gronk.
Edelman was his number one, even though he was an undersized number one.
But that's what I'm saying. There was no like.
Yeah, Edelman was a very skilled receiver. It was
He
a
had
very skilled receiver.
Wayne Corbett,
That's what I mean. Those are the kind of people that he's throwing to.
Danny Amendola.
That's
Those
what
were bona fide number
everybody
ones
you named
on
is
a jet
5'9"
team.
away.
You understand what I'm
Everybody
saying?
you named is 5'9" away.
I mean,
all three of them can't catch a fade route.
I mean, you know, he had Wayne Corbett after his best years.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
So
But
I want to talk about it. I want to talk about it.
I mean, yo, but I only say about, as far as New England, like you said, like sometimes you have to have heartbreak. I look back at one game, and it happened to be against the Buffalo Bills in the playoffs when we had Mac Jones and we went up to Buffalo and played that first round.
Yeah, I remember that game. Yeah, I remember that game.
And Josh McDaniels was still the offensive coordinator. This is right after, if I'm not mistaken, I think Belichick was about to. I think this is around the time Belichick had drafted Mac Jones, right?
Mm-hmm.
There was a play where Mac Jones took the shot down the field, and I think one of the Buffalo corners intercepted it in the end zone, but he took the shot.
Mm-hmm.
And the digression after that of the New England Patriots happened after that year when Josh went to be the coach of the Denver Broncos, ironically. And those years where New England couldn't figure it out because they were trying to show the world that we didn't need Brady or we didn't need an offensive coordinator and Bill Belichick was the guy. And it proved itself to show you that Bill Belichick was just a piece of the puzzle. He wasn't the puzzle itself. You know what I'm saying? So when that regime is over and you bring in a guy that's sort of similar to taking Belichick's teachings and bringing in a great defense, because Vrabel was a hell of a defensive coordinator when he was in Miami, and then he went to the Titans and he took over the Titans team and he turned Derrick Henry into a megastar down there with that running game. And that 3-2 defense down there.
Mm-hmm.
3-4 defense down there in Tennessee. So for him to come back to New England and say, nah, I can't come back here without the guy that helped us get to prominence. The greatest move in NFL history as far as I'm concerned. He brought back the Wizard of Oz.
I mean, that's something in the NFL that really, I think, always has flown under the radar. The importance of your assistant coaches.
Oh yeah,
In the NFL and football in general, a team is only going to be as good as its assistants. And it's like the quarterbacks get a lot of fanfare. The head coaches get a lot of fanfare, but all great Super Bowl champion teams have really, really good assistant coaches because those head coaches are able to rely on and most importantly trust where it comes to those moments. Keisha, where you went?
and George, as much as I can, I must say,
George
as much
gave
as
me
I embrace the smoke that's coming on Sunday, but I am kind of a little afraid of it because they are not going to stop. Ask Aaron Rodgers. They did not.
Oh yeah,
stop
Houston was
last
relentless.
night.
Houston was relentless.
That's why I'm picking them. They don't. They some dogs, man.
And that's the key to Houston. They don't stop. And they got off to a rough start this season, and people were down on them. But I kind of watched them during the season. I'm like, if Houston gets going, they're going to be a problem, and
But
they got going.
But C.J. Stroud is shaky bakey, man. He really
that
is.
That's going to be the tell. C.J.
He really
Stroud
is.
has to be solid. And he's prone to mistakes in high pressure situations, and that's
And
why
he's
you
been-
can't trust Houston in this game, unfortunately.
And he's been in concussion protocol 3 times this year.
That's
So
true.
all it takes is
One
one
hit.
hit.
Born to wonder
Carter,
what I
Carter, when my
feel.
mother used to give me
He
beatings,
went into a
Prone
hymnal.
to leave the God I love.
when my mother used to give me beatings, she said, "Speak the truth."
This nut
and
is singing
speak
"Come Now,
whatever,
Fount" in the middle of the
cause it
show.
what it will.
Okay.
Pastor Vivian Smith, she said that every time she gave me a beating for lying. And I'm going to give you a beating for lying every time you come on this show. Speak the truth and speak whatever.
George done
Cause
ran
it what it
Keisha off
will.
the show for the night. Lord have mercy.
Talking about I was right. I don't remember what I said, but I'm a screenshot it and get it to you, D-Lo.
So the picks are in for NFL divisional round weekend. At the next Tuesday, we will be talking about the conference championship, and we will see how many of these predictions have they gotten right, and we'll make our predictions for the Super Bowl,
What are the
which will be in
predictions?
2 weeks after that.
What
So
are the predictions again?
we've got Bills and Broncos. We've got both these guys are picking upsets. Bills over the Broncos. Niners, Seahawks. Seattle. They're picking Seattle. Texans, Patriots. Of course, we know Willie's going with the Pats. George is calling for the upset with Houston. And Rams, Bears. Everybody's picking the Bears.
Wow. Interesting. I'm picking the Bears.
You picking the Bears too?
No, I didn't pick. I didn't pick the Bears. I
I
picked
got
the
the
Rams.
Rams.
Oh, you did
I
pick the Rams.
I picked the Rams. I just think Matthew's going to be too much. I just
Yeah.
think he's going to be too much. The
Rams-
Stafford's gonna be too much?
cachet is there. Yeah, the cachet is there, man. The experience is there.
Oh,
He
Stafford,
has
yeah.
Super Bowl
His-
pedigree.
his-
Yeah, I
his
just
experience
think
is
that's going to
definitely-
be too much to overcome for him. And their wide receiver core is awesome. Cooper
Good.
Kupp. No, not Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp is in Seattle. I'm bugging. Panuka, that's his name. I said
Puka.
Yeah.
Puka
Pukanua.
just a stud, bro. Like I've seen, he reminds me of Cooper. That's why I said his name. You know what I'm saying? So I just think it's going to be too much for Caleb and them to overcome. You know, that Green Bay game, I think that was a Super Bowl for me. I just think that was their playoff run right there. I think that might have took a lot of gas out of them. And but like George said, it's not you're not gonna come up in the first year, but you know, they're making strides. And that Chicago-based fan base should be excited and they should be proud of them no matter what happens in this next game. They should be very proud of them.
Exactly.
From
Bishop
coming
Heflin
from one of
says
the worst
Ben
teams.
Johnson is the difference for the Bears. And that's why he's
Absolutely.
picking the Bears.
Absolutely. But I just think that, you know, it's like George said, there's levels to this. You know what I'm saying? And
Agreed.
you know, and I for me, we win regardless. Do I want my team to go all the way? Absolutely. That's just without saying. But for me to go from 3-14 to 14 to 15-3, I can't.
Listen, it's a good year for New England. It's a good
because we're gonna have
it's
the
a great year.
MVP and arguably, possibly the coach of the year.
When I tell you the
Shanahan,
Oh,
Patriots,
Vrabel's coach of the year. Vrabel's coach of the year.
the
Absolutely.
Patriots are absolutely fine. If they lose this weekend, I would. If I'm a Patriots fan, I'm not shedding a tear. The
Right.
word,
There's
the
nothing to be
word
upset about.
next year, the only team that should say next year with any confidence
is the
It's
Patriots, right?
It's the Patriots.
right.
next
The- the-
year.
the-
Are you kidding
This
me?
playoffs is not even over, and the Patriots are already the favorite for next season.
Tip of the iceberg, man.
That's scary.
And looking in the draft for some big wide receivers because there's some guys coming out.
And that just
And we
lets
can
you
definitely
know
grab.
We about to
we have
get Number
come
Three
we have
coffee
come
up
to
here
the
in
close of the
Connecticut, man.
we have come to the close of the Mahomes window.
You think
Yes,
it's close?
yes, it's over. Yes, it's over.
I think it's closed. I
over.
think the Mahomes
It's over.
window is I think the Mahomes window is closed.
And I'll say this too, and I'll add something to that.
I
If Burrow-
I know that was a
if
hot
Joe
take, but I
Burrow-
think the
and if-
Mahomes window is closed.
Well, that was
If
short-lived.
Joe Burrow ain't careful, that window could be closer for him too.
I think the Burrow window is closed too.
Yeah, he needs a defense bad.
Yeah, I
Bad.
think the Burrow window is closed too. I'm gonna go out. The Lamar Jackson window is closed.
Oh,
Listen, I'm the first to say it.
From what I saw from the Patriots this year, they are scary. They look like the Patriots of 10 years ago, which is a scary proposition where they're going to be running the FC again for a while.
Smash
Which
mouth
means-
football.
Which means all of those quarterbacks, their windows are closed. That's it. Because Mahomes is on the back nine, Burrow is on the back nine. They don't. I mean, Mahomes is one, so in his case, it is what it is. But
Burrow
Jackson,
window is not closed.
that's because Bishop Heflin is a Cincinnati Bengals fan. but I think the Joe Burrow window is closed.
You're going to have a problem, and I'm going to tell you why you're going to have a problem with Cincinnati. Because I'm putting it out here first, and I'm putting it into the atmosphere.
Uh-oh.
Mike Tomlin is going to the Cleveland Browns. Why?
I see that. Because that's literally across three.
Win.
It's literally across 3 rivers. Like,
Yo.
it's not even far from Pittsburgh. Like, he can still maintain his in Pittsburgh and work in Cleveland. Like, that's how close they are.
Mike Tomlin is taking a break, yo.
Mike Tomlin going up the river, bro,
Mike
Cleveland.
Tomlin coaching Shedeur Sanders is gonna be scary.
and that defense up there with Myles Garrett. Are you kidding me?
Mike Tomlin with Myles Garrett and Shedeur Sanders.
Pittsburgh is in rebuild
When
mode,
y'all think that's
and they
happening?
still own his rights. Just give up his rights and
If-
they'll
hold
give
on.
you a couple of picks.
I don't
When
think
y'all
it's
think
happening,
that's
L.
happening?
I don't think it's
Now,
happening.
Immediately.
Mike Tomlin stepped down today from Pittsburgh.
Yeah, he's
That's done.
done.
Mike Tomlin left Pittsburgh today.
That's right. Fishing
But-
letter, everything out today. Gone.
He resigned
They-
after 19 years.
Bishop Heflin, what games were you watching? Cleveland doesn't need a quarterback.
needs a
Cleveland's got
break.
their quarterback.
They got 3 quarterbacks in the stable. If you
Mike
want to be
Tomlin's
frank
taking a
about
break.
it, they got 3.
Mike Tomlin's taking a break.
He's taking
He's
a
taking a
break.
break.
Tomlin is not
He gonna
taking
go.
a break.
He gonna
Yo,
go into
listen.
L.A. He gonna go tell some jokes between Strahan.
He
And
may
LeBron-
want to take a break, but if Cleveland backs up the truck for him, they're gonna
He's
make it hard
going.
to say no.
He's
They're gonna
going.
make it hard to say no.
Why would you not? Why would you pass that up? And you literally have to go up the interstate to go to Ohio. If not 2 hours, he could still live in Pittsburgh and still work in Cleveland.
Bishop
No,
Heflin
Bishop
makes
Heflin,
it-
he's not under
No.
contract. He resigned, which
is.
means that contract is broken.
No.
No.
Actually, Heflin
Right.
is right
He's
because they
he's
still
under
own, they still
contract.
own his rights. They did not fire
Right, they still
him.
own his rights. So
They
like,
still own his rights.
if
So
you want him-
if he gets
Yeah, that
another
compensation
deal,
package
that
is gonna-
team-
they got
yeah,
to
that
trade
team
for him.
has to package a deal to them. That's
Yeah.
right.
But if I'm Cleveland, I'm still backing up the truck.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm making that. If I'm Cleveland, I'm making that call. Even if he says no, Cleveland would be crazy not to at least make the call.
Right.
Right.
You gotta
If
make the
any-
call. You
if
gotta
anything,
make the
you
call.
gotta make that call. And if anything, if he takes that deal, right, you bring Mike McDaniels as your OC. I'm bringing him in. He didn't do bad in Miami. He just had a bad quarterback.
And then everybody is
Yeah,
a
Tua is.
Cleveland fan.
Yeah, Tua is horrible.
I need Mike McDaniels to go somewhere so the Giants don't get him.
Yo, this is
I got a
good sense.
bad,
Yeah,
Because
because
Harbaugh,
yeah,
I got a
because
bad
I'm
feeling.
thinking,
because yeah,
I'm
because
so,
if he ends up in New York, that Giant offense is gonna be woo.
I got a bad feeling, yo.
I don't think any team
You
playing
think
at
he ends up
MetLife.
with the Giants?
I don't think
I
any
got a bad
team
feeling.
playing. I don't think any team playing at MetLife Stadium is going to ever be successful. I think that stadium is the worst cursed stadium on the planet.
why? Why we?
There is no team that is going to be successful at MetLife
The
Stadium.
Giants won a Super Bowl at MetLife since they've been at MetLife.
Dude, I'm not sure if that really counts. That
Like, how
catch,
does it not count?
that 1 in a million
They beat the
lifetime
Patriots. They beat an
a,
undefeated Patriots team.
a 1 in a lifetime catch. That one in a
Were
lifetime.
they in MetLife or were they still in the old Meadowlands?
No, they were in MetLife at that point.
Are you
They were.
sure?
Are you sure?
Yeah, yeah.
07,
MetLife was
they
open
still
at that
had-
point.
07, they still had that AstroTurf in New Jersey. I'm not sure about that.
You better look that up.
I remember that game, 30,
'Cause
30,
I don't think they
33,
was in the
31.
Meadowlands.
I remember that.
I don't-
34-31. We won that game by a field goal. I remember that game. That was a shootout.
Yeah, and I don't think they was mind you.
I don't
the
think
Super
they was
Bowl
in
wasn't-
MetLife yet. I don't think they were in
the
MetLife
Super,
yet.
the Super Bowl wasn't there anyway.
That was one of the best games I ever saw
That was
against
a
those
great,
two
that was a
teams.
great Super Bowl.
That was
though.
a
That was
shootout.
that was the helmet catch by Tyree.
Yeah,
That
they
was-
were
that-
in MetLife.
They
MetLife
were?
opened in 2010. Giants won the Super Bowl in February of 2012.
No, they won in 07.
No, the Giants' last Super Bowl win was
No,
was
not the
February
last one. Not the last one. We're not talking about the last one. We're talking about the first one.
No,
the
but
first
I'm
one with
saying that
Eli.
they've won since they've been in MetLife.
No. I'm
All
not
I'm
disputing
saying
that.
is-
I'm not disputing that.
Here's what I'm saying. I don't.
But
think
that's what
that-
El was saying. El's saying that the place is cursed and the teams can't succeed. I'm saying the
Yeah.
Giants
Have
have
they won
won
since?
since they've been in MetLife.
Have they won since?
Well, no, but
How many playoff appearances have they had since?
that's like saying let's blow up Madison Square Garden in, because the Knicks haven't won in 52
Listen,
years.
Listen to me. I hate.
Are
Madison
you
Square
gonna
Garden
blow up
too.
Madison Square Garden?
I hate Madison Square Garden too, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I don't like Madison Square Garden. I hate that cereal bowl. I'm not even gonna lie to you. No one's really going there anymore. All of the big stars and acts are heading down to Brooklyn on Flatbush Avenue. To be honest with you, no concerts. No concerts are taking place like they was taking place at the world's famous arena. It's not happening anymore. The last big concert that happened at Madison Square Garden, I think, was a Jay-Z concert, and then he went over down to the Barclays. and
Yeah, because
retired
don't
his
nobody
jersey.
want to pay for expensive parking in Manhattan, bruh.
Ain't
When
nobody
you
trying to
can go
park in Manhattan,
on
bro.
Washington Avenue.
I
for free.
hate the Garden, bro.
Look,
I
when you go-
hate the Garden. There's
when you can
nothing
go on- when you can
appealing
go
about
on-
the
You can
Garden.
go on 2nd and 3rd and 4th and 5th Avenue and St. Mark's and Bergen and Dean Street and park for free.
There's nothing appealing about it. Yo, I don't like the Garden.
I'm not parking
Oh.
going. I'm not parking going. Well, that's not true. 'Cause
Look,
every time I
okay,
go to
let me say
Barclays,
this.
I park on Fulton Street and walk over.
Guess what?
That's just
Guess
me.
what? Guess what? The Liberty left the Garden.
The Liberty got kicked out of the Garden.
They did.
Either way, say what you want. They got a trophy.
In Brooklyn.
Liberty,
got a
Liberty
trophy.
got put.
And they-
Liberty got
they got
put
a
out.
trophy.
Put out when Dolan sold them to the size.
They got
Listen,
a they got a
Timberwolves,
trophy. They got a
Timberwolves
trophy.
winning
They got a trophy.
103-77.
They got a
103.
trophy. They got a trophy, and it's not a cup.
It's a real championship.
Listen,
This is
I get it.
This is
But
where
by the
Giannis
way,
is
the
gonna ask for a
Liberty have
trade.
also won their in-season tournament as well, and they actually won it the same year that they won the championship. So who knows? Maybe it bodes well because they won the Commissioner's Cup and then won the WNBA championship in the same year.
Timberwolves up 103-77. 50
Who they
50
playing?
seconds left in the third.
Who they playing?
The Milwaukee Bucks.
Milwaukee.
Giannis
It's
got
time.
24 points,
It's time for Milwaukee to be blown up.
and it's time for Giannis to go.
I want Giannis in New York. I want Cat gone.
You want
I
Cat?
want Cat gone. It's time
Listen,
for him to go.
I'm still done with Cat. I haven't changed my thoughts on that. I'm still done with Cat. But I'm glad to have Josh Hart back. And I mentioned at the beginning of the broadcast, you weren't on yet, but Landry Shamet has been upgraded to a game time decision, so we may be whole tomorrow. Finally.
Cat is ruining the chemistry of this team. He is reluctantly playing. He does not want to adjust to whatever the system is that Mike Brown is trying to institute with this team. He's just going out there and getting his numbers if he does, and if he doesn't get his numbers, it doesn't matter to him. He goes home to a pretty girl.
Shout out Jordan Woods. Shout out to Jordan Woods. Shifting
wild.
gears. Shifting gears to yes, George.
I got nothing.
You got nothing?
I got nothing.
I got nothing but praise. That's it. I got nothing but praise.
Shifting gears to the world of World Wrestling Entertainment, where last week, Friday, we got the shocker.
No, we didn't.
Triple H did something I didn't expect it. I did not expect the title to change hands.
Thank you, Triple H.
Drew
Thank you,
McIntyre is your new undisputed heavyweight champion.
Drew.
And I don't know about that. Like, what was that? Like, I don't know.
That was the eventual turn for Cody to turn heel. He doesn't need the belt to do that.
We're shifting now, man. That changed everything. That changed
right.
That changed WrestleMania. That changed.
I don't think Drew gets the Mania as champion.
He cannot be a
now
spot
Jacob
champion.
Fatu might have something to say about that.
He can't be a spot champion, yo. This has to be a reign that lasts in the Mania.
I think it gets to Elimination Chamber, and that's it.
It can't. So what goes back to Cody?
Mm-hmm.
No way. No. If
with the amount of marketing they have put into WrestleMania Vegas surrounding the people that they've put in those ads, if Cody is not the champion and not in the main event scene at one of those 2 nights of WrestleMania, listen, I'm not now please don't misunderstand what I'm saying here. I don't necessarily want Cody as champion. I'm just saying from a standpoint of how Triple H has booked, there is no way that Drew McIntyre holds that belt into Mania, because Drew McIntyre, they're not putting Drew McIntyre in the main event in Vegas. They're not doing
He's not the draw. He's not the draw.
Right. They're not doing that. Drew McIntyre.
He's not the draw.
I like Drew McIntyre. I like heel champions. But there's no way Drew McIntyre is holding that belt on night 1 or 2 at the start of that match for the main event of night 1 or night 2 of WrestleMania. There's no way.
Unless by chance he becomes incredible in his promos.
Right, Drew is gonna have to blow everybody out of the water for the next 2 months for them to change plans. He's gonna have to.
So my question is, who's the draw on the other side of Cody for WrestleMania?
You're getting Reigns, Cody 3. You're getting Reigns, Cody 3.
Nobody wants to see that.
Nobody wants to see that. I agree.
Yeah, that's what y'all think, but the IWC wants it. And the fact that WrestleMania is... Listen, you got to remember, you got Vegas this year and Saudi next year. These next 2 WrestleManias have to have the biggest draws in the industry in them. Those main events, and Drew McIntyre is not that.
Then put new blood in that main event. You just brought Trick to SmackDown. Why not bring what is going to draw people to Mania in Vegas?
You're not wrong, but they're not catering to us. They're not catering
But
to
this is the problem with the narrative.
us.
We're too busy worried about old narratives that work for, like you said, it works for us. We're talking about a new breed of wrestlers that just
Now-
came into SmackDown.
Now,
But that's my point.
it's-
They're not catering to us. They're catering to the casual. The casual
hear
who's
me
going
out.
to spend $2,000 for a nosebleed seat in Allegiant Stadium. We're
And they're
not paying
gonna
that.
spend and they're not going to come to see Trick and Cody.
No,
No,
But-
I'm
yet,
gonna see that.
not yet.
But-
No, not yet.
but
I'll be right back.
hold on. But wait, hear me out. Though.
Go ahead.
They
He hear
will
you.
come. They will come to see Cody and Oba. They'll definitely come to see that.
They'll come see that.
Okay, I can agree with that. I can agree
But
with that.
So maybe
I was-
you
I
get
was-
that
I
in
was kinda
Saudi
mad-
next year. Oba's not
I was
going
kinda mad at
into the
that
main
Saturday
event
night
this
main
year.
event, the way that ended. I was mad at that.
D'Lo-
Oba's not going to be in the main event of WrestleMania this year.
D'Lo, I promise you, Oba is not wrestling on WrestleMania weekend until the sun is down. I will get. I don't bet.
Oh no, I don't disagree with you. I think
Be right
Oba.
back. Be right back on
I
that.
think Oba's going to get his
Oba-
opportunity to prove that he's a main event draw this year, but he's not going to be in the main event. No.
I disagree.
Oh Jesus! I think he's going to win a Royal Rumble first.
So you
I
think
think
next
so.
year's Rumble?
I think they're gonna give him the
I
Royal
think
Rumble.
Oba gets
Because
next week.
Braun Breaker's winning the Royal Rumble this year.
I don't think
Yeah.
so. Because why does he win the Rumble when they just suspended him? You think he's going to be in the Rumble?
That suspension's not gonna hold.
They're setting up that Breaker. I think Oba took Breaker's momentum. Breaker's fighting Adam Pearce at WrestleMania.
You think Adam Pearce is coming out of retirement?
Yes.
I don't see that. I don't see that. That's a stretch.
Bro. He used to
I don't see
wrestle.
that at all.
Listen,
I don't see that. I know he used to wrestle, but I don't see that.
They was trying to slow build him and Aldis for a long time. I guess Aldis is just like, nah, I'm out.
Nick
Like,
Aldis is not coming out of retirement. He done. He done. Nick Aldis is not coming out of retirement.
I truly believe that Pierce and what's name is going at it at Mania. It might not. Be
I don't think that because if you build that story that way, most likely they're gonna have Pierce win. And if they have Pierce win,
No, I don't think they would have Pierce beat Breaker. I don't think they
well,
have.
so if they don't have Pierce win, then Breaker will win dirty, or there'll be a
Squash.
no contest.
It's a
Straight up
squash.
squash.
It's a squash. I think it would be a squash if they did it. It would be a squash.
Trying to kill him.
But now, okay, but that will kill the momentum that they're trying to build up with this horrible faction called the Division, whatever it is. What is it?
Oh, the Vision. I agree. The Vision is a complete waste of time.
Yeah,
Like
they're not
I have no
working.
problem with the Bronze being together and maybe putting Heyman with them, but these other two, there's no need for Logan Paul to be with them. Logan Paul is better as a singles competitor, and quite honestly, in my opinion, so like
I think
them
they
in a
made
faction. Didn't Logan Paul's heat was organic. He never.
True. And I think they made a mistake. Austin Theory did his heel time already.
Yeah.
He did his heel time already. That guy is gonna be such a dope face when he finally gets the flip. But like I think they did him a disservice by making him make another heel run. There should have been a Theory Waller rivalry. Like they were slow building that up, and all of a sudden it's just gone. Like
I mean, well, they stuck Waller with the New Day, so I mean,
yeah, like
which
that,
also
just
is stupid.
stupid.
Like
Stupid,
if there's
bro.
no Big E, Woods and Kofi didn't need anybody else,
Right, I agree.
and especially with the way they put down Big E, when they dropped Big E, essentially it was to say we got this, we don't need you. So
Right.
why would you put Grayson Waller with them? That didn't make sense.
Yeah. It was a wild moment, but I mean, and I kind of like them as heels, but it's not enough. It's missing something.
I just think they're trying to create narratives that, like you said, absolutely make no sense, and that goes to the creative content department in WWE. It's starting to get stale, and they need
But
to
you've got all of this
reinvent.
fresh blood that you can inject. Like it
I
doesn't have to
agree,
get
and this is
stale, which is
and this is the
crazy to me.
problem.
No,
But
it's
like we say, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. You know what I'm saying?
it's set up. It's set
Where's
up to be
Vince
very.
McMahon when you need him?
It's set up to be very,
Right.
very fascinating. The fact that they took the belt and put it on Drew, I was like, yes, we're switching up. We're not doing the same thing. Nobody. You don't want Cody and Roman again.
And we don't need a long reign like that. We need some type of narrative that will help us stay tuned in. You know
Somebody
what
said this on TikTok, and I agree 100%. I think Triple H forgot that WWE was at its best while he was a wrestler during the time where the championship meant something, but there were no ridiculously long reigns. This is why you have Triple H as a 14-time champion. You have Randy as a 14-time champion. Because while the belt was important, the personas were more important. The rivalries were more important. So you built rivalries to the point to where listen, Austin Rock was great for 3 straight years in Mania. Remember, it was only for the belt once.
One time.
It was only for the belt once. Rock Hogan was never for a championship.
Never.
But these were matches that were stealing the show. Undertaker's streak.
Main event.
Right. These were
That was
matches
a
that weren't
main
even
event.
for championships. But the rivalries were built up so great that you didn't need the belt to tell the story. And Triple H has gone so much in this the championship. You know what? This is just my theory on it. I feel like when Cody returned, Triple H got caught up in the Cody finishing his story motif, that it put him in a position, because for Cody to finish the story, the belt was the prize. I get it. But then he got stuck there
Right.
to where the belt became the thing. And it went away from what made WWE wrestling and the storytelling that is WWE so great, which were the organic rivalries and the real bad blood between wrestlers that made it compelling television every week. Everything became centered around the championship.
And I thought he almost got it right when he created the Kevin Owens narrative between Cody and Kevin Owens. I thought he was kind of going in that way.
Oh, Cody should have turned heel then.
Right. And when it didn't happen, I was like, you didn't catch it.
Missed
Then
it.
you missed it. And then the whole Jey Uso ascension happened, and then Jey Uso couldn't grab the mantle because he's not built for that mantle. He's built for tag team championship mantles. So when that didn't work, it was like, where do you go? Now they're trying to reinvent Sami Zayn like he's getting ready to take on whoever the champion is. And that's
But
not
again,
good.
even with that, Willie, you didn't have to put a belt on Jey Uso. You didn't.
True.
I think they did so to reward him.
I get
Right.
it. But if you're building him organically to potentially become the head of the table, so to speak, go with that. Because once you get a returning Roman, you've got an organic rivalry that's long-term storytelling. Because remember, their feud with each other is what kicked off the bloodline in the first place.
That's right.
So like they had to, and this is almost like kind of reminding me, Drew getting this title is reminding me of like, listen, you won this title 2 times to a silent factory of no people. And then when
Full
you got
Sail
it,
University.
and then when you got it at WrestleMania, we gave CM Punk your moment and gave Damian Priest your belt. So that's why I'm like, for him to not walk into Mania as the champion, I feel like that would be doing him a disservice.
I get it.
Walk in as the champion at Mania.
I get it. I don't disagree. But the money says something different.
I don't think the
And the only reason
reaction.
why I say D'Lo says that is because of the way that match ended on SmackDown with him falling out the ring. Like I think it was purposeful, but I don't think it was
On the
created
Usos,
for.
Bishop Evelyn. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine with them putting the belts on the Usos.
Yeah, that
I
had to
think it
happen
was
because the Raw
purposeful
belt
for that narrative
saved
to
life.
kind of create a rivalry, like you said, going into Mania and going into Elimination Chamber. Like you said, I think D'Lo's right. I don't think Drew's going to get past the Elimination Chamber with the title because they had to create some type of buzz to kind of get everybody back behind the Cody train again
There's
because
gonna be
it was going off the tracks a little bit.
Because
it's gonna be
Cody's
a
a better
free,
chaser than he is champion.
it's
Right.
gonna be a free for all. It's gonna be Cody trying to get the belt back. Well, actually, they said that Cody is gonna be spending some time with his new child. And then like you guys said, this wasn't Triple H's idea.
Right.
It Drew and Cody were the
Yeah,
ones that
Drew and Cody pitched it. That's what I heard that as
Drew and
well. Drew
Cody
and Cody
was the
pitched
ones
it.
that pitched the title change
Right.
to Triple H, and they actually pitched it to him at the previous time that they wrestled, and he said no before, but then he said yes this time. So that's why I feel like everything's changing as far as what's going on with WrestleMania. So you got the Cody pursuit.
Okay, so then Roman wins the Rumble. Because Roman's not going into Elimination Chamber. So
right, you got the Cody pursuit, you got the Roman pursuit, you got the Jacob Fatu pursuit, and then insert Obafemi. That's 4 different rivalries coming at Drew. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Watch for the reaction that Drew gets.
Do we really need to see Roman as a
It's gonna be
champion again?
It's gonna
I
be
don't
kind
think
of
so.
skewed because he's overseas, but he's gonna get that place. That building's gonna go crazy when he comes out with
absolutely.
that belt
Absolutely.
on Friday afternoon.
Who are you talking about?
Drew coming out with the title for the first time
Oh,
on
you're talking
Friday.
about Belfast? Yeah.
They're gonna go thick.
Yeah, he's one of them. So absolutely.
Yeah.
He's a
And I
European.
think that, and I think that's what the belt switch was for. It was for that. That's gonna pack out that stadium. That's gonna pack out that stadium. I don't think he leaves there with the belt.
I'd be
The
surprised.
international lore for WWE is off the chain right now. So, their PR team.
Oh, it's
has
bigger
really done a great
internationally than
job.
it is domestically right now. They're bigger
So their
internationally
PR
than they
teams
are
have really
domestically.
done a great job with making sure that the international flow and viewership has really skyrocketed them. And shout out to TKO because they're making sure that their international flavor has taken on a different light, especially in places where they haven't been. I don't think they've been in Belfast in almost 10 years. If I'm not
10 years.
mistaken.
10 years.
They're not spoiled. They appreciate it so much more.
Right.
Like they come every couple of years. Like they'll come to a certain city out here like a couple times in a year.
Right.
So like they appreciate them being there. So it's gonna be. I'm looking forward to. Like I'm telling people, SmackDown's the A show now. Like Raw is just like you just got to get through Raw.
Good. Speaking of Raw, you know what's helping Raw right now is that women's division. The Raw women's division is.
Wait a minute. I got. Wait, hold on.
You gotta get through. It's like a bad punishment. Like
But really, like I understand, George. You're not lying because it's sometimes I'll put on the flicks and I'll be looking at it and I'll be like, man, I'm turning this, man. This is taking too long.
Bro, Raw comes on during when I record my podcast.
Right.
And I promise you, there's rare times where I have to go back and go watch it again. I just watch it on no volume, and I just be like, okay, I know what happened.
Right. This is not thrilling right now. Like
right.
you're trying to get to the main event, so you literally want to fast forward. And it was luckily that they were overseas yesterday, so you were able to fast forward it because it came
I didn't watch Raw straight through last night. I was fast forwarding through stuff. I did.
They could be overseas every week, as far as I'm concerned.
Right now, do that so we can catch the pre-recorded version when we get home.
Man, I'll take that every week.
Yeah. I sure didn't. I didn't watch it all the way through. I think I might have watched 2 matches.
I'm gonna tell you right now. Even though I love AJ, that main event was vomit. It really was last night. Like I couldn't stand it. Because you already kind of knew. Yeah, it was that. It's like,
I mean, that's another long-term rivalry because you're gonna have Gunther be the one to retire AJ. Because AJ has announced that this is his final year as an in-ring performer.
He did.
Yep.
He did.
So this is what we're looking at.
Mark my words. Doc Rivers gonna get fired tonight.
Tonight. You got Doc getting fired tonight?
Yeah. He gonna get fired tonight, yo.
Why you got Doc getting fired tonight? Because they're down by 40? Yeah, Timberwolves are beating the brakes off of the Bucks. Heat lead the Suns by 3, 11 seconds to go in their game.
Tonight.
Bulls lead the Rockets by 1 with 6 minutes to go in their game. Pelicans lead the Nuggets by 1 with 5:51 to go in their game. And the Thunder have solved the Spurs. They're up by 20 as they play with 5:48 to go in the fourth.
Not them dangerous Nuggets.
Yo, listen.
Nuggets.
The Timberwolves have emptied their bench, and their bench are throwing alley oops up on the Milwaukee Bucks right now. How you butter yo when you know Giannis Antetokounmpo's in the game, you know it's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
Giannis
Antetokounmpo is in the game.
Former New York Knicks draft pick, by the way.
Great Anthony's son in the game, and he's the second string. They the end of the bench. That is crazy. 130 to 89 with 350 left.
That Rollins kid put him on the bench.
That Rollins with Cole Anthony on the bench.
Yep.
Crazy.
That Rollins kid put him on the bench. He was like,
there was a play just now where they didn't do anything and they just gave up. Like, yo, man, listen, he's got to go. Doc Rivers, you got to get out of here. They got Giannis out there Euro stepping, trying to get a water roll. Come on, yo. Yo, just fire him. Just fire him, yo. Just fire him. Do Doc a favor. Let him go back to NBC or one of these stations and be an analyst, yo.
Listen, Doc should have never been brought in to replace their previous coach.
You think Doc here? Doc is going to be back on somebody's sideline in a week.
For some reason, they love him. For some reason.
Yeah, these teams love Doc Rivers. I don't get it.
Giannis on the end of the bench like, yo, man. Do I
get me out of here?
Yeah,
trade me to New York?
Like, yeah, begging, like, get me out of here. And Dante Chivincenzo and them, they sitting on the bench laughing.
Of course
like,
they
yo,
are.
man, this was
they up by 40. Of course they laughing.
Barbecue chicken tonight.
Oh, God.
Yo, did John Morant get traded?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
He need to.
Yeah, we've been talking about that. The word on the street is he wants to go to Miami, but we discussed it earlier saying that, yeah, you want to go to Miami, but do you know what you're asking for? Because Heat culture is different.
Very different over there. You go to Miami and act up, you may never play in the basketball league again. Pat Riley got the power to blacklist you.
Pat Riley is the Godfather. Like, that's not the guy you want to mess with.
Straight up.
Miami would trade for you, then sign a dude from the D League and
take your spot.
And have him averaging 17 and 10 over you.
Right.
Billy's starting tonight.
John Moran going to the Celtics.
Like, yeah, you're not starting. Shout out to the fans, and as we get ready to close, shout out to the fans in Toronto last night who, in the midst of a blowout,
class act,
showed so much class to the retiring Kyle Lowry, who's in his final season.
Class act.
They chanted his name and they gave him, when he was put into the game, even down to the PA announcer, he gave him his old introduction and everything as he came into the game last night. So shout out to the fans of Toronto giving Kyle Lowry his due. I've always liked Kyle Lowry. Yeah. I've always liked Kyle Lowry, and so
I never liked that dirty player, yo. He was playing dirty.
Villanova dog.
Yeah, another Villanova dog. And listen, he was a guy last year when he was a free agent early on, and the Knicks were looking for a backup point guard. I said, listen, I would have took a flyer before they got campaign. I was like, I would have took a flyer on Kyle Lowry. That Nova connection And him playing with Brunson again, another seasoned veteran. That would have been I think he'd have been a strong backup, but Tibbs wouldn't have played him, so it doesn't matter.
How about that?
Tibbs wouldn't have played him, so I mean,
Too funny.
listen, this is the reality of it. When you got Tyler Kolek giving you major minutes this year and helping you win games, and this guy was glued to your bench last year, what are we doing?
Mm-hmm.
What are we doing? What are we
Nothing.
doing? So that's what things look like in the landscape of the sports world this week as we prepare for next week. Knicks play tomorrow night against the Sacramento Kings as they prepare to close out their first West Coast trip with back-to-backs Wednesday in Sacramento, Thursday in Golden State. Michael Porter Jr. continues to be on the radar for the Golden State Warriors as a potential trade target as they enter the trade deadline. Once again, the Knicks are nearly whole. Josh Hart is back, and Landry Shamet could be back as early as tomorrow as the Knicks take on the 10-30 Kings. As we talked about, the LA Lakers, I got to get you to weigh in on this, L, because we had a big argument earlier about the LA Lakers.
Make Keisha leave.
That made Keisha get off the show.
Was it that bad? Okay.
She said George got on her nerves.
Everybody gets on Key's nerves though. Like, who doesn't get on Key nerves?
We said if the Lakers keep playing the way they playing, with this inconsistency up and down play.
This is Willie and Keisha. George and I disagree.
I said they won't make the play-in.
Right, L. That's what I'm saying. The team is 23-14 right now. If they go 22-22, if they're 500 the rest of the year, they still win 46 games.
They making the play-in.
Exactly.
They making the play-in.
At the very least, they're making the play-in.
Yo, this team, the way the Lakers are playing right now, they're playing to get into the playoffs. If you notice, LeBron is not killing himself. They're coasting. They're winning the games that they're supposed to win. I think I haven't really watched them. I know at the beginning of the season before LeBron came back, they looked like they was a problem.
Willie thinks LeBron should be traded.
Whew, Jesus. With traded where though? Like traded where? By the way,
He said,
Glory Gear has a Laker purple and gold Glory Church sweater. I need you to support that. It's called the Lake Show.
Okay.
Anyway.
Sorry, I can't
I'm
support
telling
that.
you asking me where he should go. I'll give you a couple destinations.
Where though? Back to Cleveland? You want to close out his career in Cleveland?
That's always been a talk in the NBA in the league anyway. But I would not start there as far as my own thoughts where he should go. I honestly think he should go to Golden State. There's always been a talk of him and Curry playing together in the last couple of years of their careers anyway.
Okay, so who's getting traded in that deal?
Kuminga, Jimmy
Draymond. Draymond's gone.
Right. Like, yo, it's a lot of things that can happen there.
let me tell you something. If you trade LeBron to the Golden State Warriors, you are not going to kick his BFF off the team. He will be kicking
Draymond.
You want to Draymond?
Draymond.
Play with my friend.
Draymond would have to change that jersey from 23 to 33 though.
Act like he won't.
He beat the Pippen. He beat
Act
Pippen.
like he wouldn't. He would definitely do it.
And another destination that I would like that I think
Golden State's trying to get younger. They're not going to get LeBron.
I think he could go to the Atlanta Hawks. It's a good plug in there, man. Y'all looking at everything else but the fit, man.
I'm looking at the fit. Where does he fit in Atlanta?
Yo, listen.
And
He's
also, what are you doing
where
salary wise? Because you're going to have to mortgage your entire future if you're Atlanta in order to bring that contract in.
you're not getting rid of Ricochet. You're not getting rid of Jalen Johnson.
So you're
That's
not
not
getting LeBron.
I
Right.
think you gotta leave LeBron.
Would you go to
You
trade him for
gotta.
Porzingis?
I think first of all, I
the
think the
money don't
Lakers are
work.
gonna go to the playoffs.
No,
They are
Porzingis doesn't make
still
enough.
Let's look.
the
Let's look.
Lakers.
I want to see that. I want to know that. I want to know that for facts.
The Lakers are still my pick to come out of the West.
God bless.
Really?
I,
God
I
bless you,
just,
Bishop.
I just believe, I just believe that
Speak well, man of God.
first of all, anybody that knows me, y'all know I was never a
Porzingis is
big.
playing on the second year of a 2-year, $60 million deal. The money works.
No, it
I was
doesn't.
never,
It's a
I was never
two-year,
a
$60
big.
million deal. That's $30 million. LeBron makes 55. That's a $25 million difference.
Give me
Those of you,
Porzingis
those of you that know
and a
me,
draft pick because they got secureds there.
and if anybody knows me,
Both
they
teams are
know.
over the apron, which
If
means that money
anybody,
has to match nearly perfectly.
if anybody knows me, they know that I've never been a big LeBron fan because I am Air 23, Flight 23 all the way. However, you can't put nothing past this dude, yo. Like I feel like this dude can turn it on at the right time. And I feel like he's taking his time throughout the season to turn it on at the right time. I just really feel like that. Just watching this dude, yo, he's still jumping out the building in year 23 at 41 years old. Who does
41
that?
years old. That switch, that light is dimming, yo. If they don't do nothing this year, there's no window for them.
I
I
think
mean,
he
No,
conserves his energy for those moments. I don't think he can just turn it on anymore.
nah, man, nah.
I don't think he
okay.
can.
Here's what I'm saying. I think that he's doing what he got to do so that he can turn it on at the right moment. I really believe that. And if you got a great LeBron, if you have a 60% LeBron and a Luca the way Luca's supposed to be, that team ain't getting beat, yo.
Okay, let me ask you something, El. With what duo standing in front of them? Is
Speak
LeBron
well,
60?
man of God. Speak well.
Bro, 60% LeBron gonna stand in front of a 80, 90% Aaron Gordon and turn it on? A 60% LeBron gonna
Yes.
stand in front of a 75%, 80% Kawhi Leonard and turn it on?
Kawhi Leonard not making the playoffs.
What I'm saying to you is that that's not going to happen with those type of guys in front of him. Not at 41.
The game slows down in the playoffs. Well, these guys are
You're
not
gonna tell
playing in
me he's gonna
the
stand in front of
game.
Aaron Gordon in the playoffs and go by him
The
at
Absolutely.
game
41 years
slows
old?
down in the
Absolutely.
playoffs. The referee different in the playoffs. It's way more physical in the playoffs. The
Aaron
game
Gordon
yo,
cooked him last year in the playoffs.
Willie, you can't front. The game favors high IQ older players in the playoffs, bro.
Do you
It
hear me disputing?
favors
I am
them.
not
Why do you
disputing
think?
that. I'm
Why
not
do you
disputing that.
think Jalen Brunson, who runs like he's got bricks in his shoes, is so successful during the playoffs?
You don't
Because
hear me disputing the fact. I asked you one question. At 41 years
Where is my
of
keyboard
age,
at?
is LeBron
yes,
You need to
James
back
gonna
him up.
stand in
yes, I
front of?
think he can stand in front of those guys because the league changes in April, May, June. Yes, I think he can stay in front of those guys when it matters the most. When he took his time throughout the entire season to decide that he was going to start playing in April, May,
To
and
pull out
June.
the hoop trigger.
Absolutely. Absolutely, I think he can stand in front of them. I think you can stand in front of somebody that's younger than you and maybe faster than you for the first 80 something games. And then when they get to game 84, they're tired and you took your time to get there. I think you can do it. I think D'Lo can do it. Because especially when it matters
Yeah, we could do all
and you
things.
got the experience,
We could do
you
all.
got and the
All things through
mentality.
Christ.
Yeah, we can do all things through Christ that strengthens us. Yeah, for sure. but I'm just saying from a standpoint of listen, man.
No, I hear what
There
you're
are certain
saying.
there are certain players that you're right. Their IQ way surpasses their physical ability. But you're starting to see glimpses of the decline, bro. There's something that
I'm
you
not. I'm
cannot
not.
ignore. There's some things
I'm
you
not
just
doubting
cannot
that.
ignore.
I'm not doubting that at all, bro. I'm not
What
doubting
team
that at all.
thinking, L?
Yes, yes, you are starting to see. Yes, you're starting to see glimpses of the decline. How,
Wait, Church is
however,
tuning you up.
Preach.
Listen,
you
all
are
I'm
starting
saying.
to see glimpses of the
I love this
decline.
show. I promise you, I love this show.
However, even in those glimpses of the decline, you cannot deny that this is LeBron James, who,
No, no,
if
absolutely. He still at 41, he still demands a double team. But all I'm saying is that
nigga,
this
so
league,
right, so
this
there you
league,
go,
this league, this
there
league
you
is
go.
not,
He's
is
still
not,
there.
is
You
not
go,
going to cater to him anymore because
there
of
you go.
number one, the advanced
So
age.
he still demands a double team.
Right.
Any coach in his right mind is not going to make him play defense on somebody that can absolutely beat him. No
You
coach.
out there. You out there.
No coach in their right mind is gonna run that defensive scheme. They're going to cover LeBron in those defensive schemes. They're gonna cover him,
Well, they
and
haven't done it. They haven't
he'll be
done it yet.
leaking out.
And
He'll be leaking
he's
out
been
every
suspect.
play. Every play, LeBron will be leaking out. He'll be every play, fast break. He'll be leaking out because, of course, he is a defensive liability at 41 years old.
I
I'm
don't know
not
who they were.
doubting that.
I don't know who they were playing last week. But LeBron James stayed behind on a 5-on-4 fast break to argue with the referee because he got fouled. And
Yeah,
he
they do.
clearly got the ball stolen from him.
They do argue too much. That's one that I think that's my biggest pet peeve with LeBron, Luca, and then now even Austin has caught it now. Where like
Yo,
every time something happens, is this.
now
Right.
I
Like
think the entire league argues too much, but
yeah,
I think that
we
is a
really bad,
result.
L. We really bad with it, L. We
Yeah, he
really bad.
bad.
I think that is the result of these referees really being suspect. Yo, like yo,
That's true because if you protest too much, when you actually do get fouled, they gonna swallow their whistles. So I, I just want to be competitive. They're gonna be competitive, and if by chance somebody slips an ankle or something, God forbid.
Listen, all I can say about the Lakers is that the way they're playing, this ebbs and flows of basketball, and then when they lose a game that they absolutely should win, they make 100 excuses of why they lost the game. No, you bet.
I just feel like it's
The Lakers
sometimes-
have a suspect coach that just so happened to be found lightning in the bottle last year, and they just so happened to run against a juggernaut that was pretty much the worst formidable opponent they could get in the first round.
I love Pierre's comment here because this is today's NBA. The opposing they hunt mismatches.
Yeah,
That's what
come on,
everybody
Joe.
does.
Come on, Joe.
Everybody's
Yep.
hunting a mismatch.
Yeah,
and they're gonna run that same play until you stop it.
right. And
So,
this is
I
why I
mean-
say like a guy like Jalen Brunson always thrives because they create the mismatch for him, and he takes it and he takes full advantage of it. And a shout out to him because it's
Listen,
not like
he's one of the best guys I've seen adjust to defenses in terms of a primary ball handler in the league. I'm not just saying that because he's a Knick. Jalen Brunson, I've watched Ricochet lock him up for the first couple minutes of a game, and then in crunch time, Jalen gets to his spots, and it's like he stopped us the first 3 quarters. Jalen made the adjustment.
Right. Because this is it's situational basketball. And just like you adjusting to an offensive player, defenses adjust to offensive players as well. I mean offensive players adjust to defensive players, and the same goes vice versa. Like you said, hunting a mismatch or hunting a defensive liability, LeBron James is becoming that now. if he's not already that. And
Oh,
you
he
think
plays no
teams are-
defense at all right now.
Exactly.
Like,
So
he
you
plays
think
no
teams
defense
not
at
gonna,
all right
if
now.
if I'm a guy like Aaron Gordon that's in the prime of my career, I see LeBron James standing in front of me. Shocked, liver. I'm going. I'm not waiting on him to decide when he want to play defense because the lights is bright. Nah, I'm getting 40.
But you notice that the offenses are going at LeBron now, whereas
I'm
10
getting
years ago
40.
you couldn't do that.
Right. Back up. Yo, get out of here. It's time for you to go. It's time for us to sit you in the rocking chair and let us celebrate you. That's what the league is going to do to him in a minute.
Listen, kudos to Mike Brown the other night. You saw L. He sat Cat the final 5.5 minutes of that game because he was a defensive liability. So he's like, Mitch, we need stops. You're staying on the floor. You got to put your best defenders out there.
In season tournament, that championship game, Mitchell Robinson won that cup for y'all.
Yeah, with Cat on the bench.
Had to sit him down. Got to get out of here. When it's blood in the water, Sharks know it.
My issue with Luka, Pierre, and I love your comment there, is that Luka and LeBron are big-time defensive liabilities. LeBron is just getting older. Luka is just not a smart defender.
Luka was never a defender, period.
But if you notice, Luka tries to play defense. He's just not any good at it.
But in Dallas, they were able to hide that because they had P.J. Washington, they had Marshall, they had defensive players there to hide that liability.
No,
the Lakers don't
I don't
have
see
that.
LeBron coaching ever. His ego is too big for him to ever be a coach.
He's got.
LeBron couldn't handle losing as a coach.
He's going to go to year 25. They're going to open up that new. He's going to be a part of that expansion team in Vegas just so they could put butts to seats out there, and he's out of here. He's out of here.
Yeah, he's going to be in the owner box. He's never going to be like on the sidelines. He won't be in the front office. He won't be in the sideline. Anything where you can hang a win or a loss on him, I can't see LeBron doing it.
Right. I appreciate.
I think he's going to suit up when they bring the expansion team to Vegas. I think he's going to suit up for that.
We know what it is. We know what it is.
I think they want to see that, and I think he's going to just go out like that.
Wait, George had a point.
We know what it is with Luka. We didn't get Luka because of his defense.
No, not at all.
If it's 11 seconds left and DeMar DeRozan gets the ball up top, we not 77. Go get DeRozan. No, we not doing. No matter how much we pay them. So it's just the Lakers have to make up in their mind that the status quo can't be kept until February 8th if they care about winning this year. If they're sticking to the thing of we're holding all our cards until next year, then we're gonna get knocked out second round in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
But
Pierre, I think this is a great point as well. And you notice again, kudos to Leon Rose and Worldwide West. This is why the Knicks went out and got Bridges and Anunoby, because they recognize we've got to figure out a way to hide Jalen as much as we possibly can. Jalen is not a great defender. He's a willing defender, but he's undersized. Let's just be real. Yeah. You know, teams just bully Jalen defensively. Yeah. It's not for a lack of effort. It's that, you know, you got big guards and big wings that's just going to shoot over him. So you need Wingstop, as they're affectionately known, to do that, and you need Mitch anchoring that defense. Where you kind of messed up is when you said we got to get him a number 2 scorer. You went and got Cat, who is not a willing defender. Again, you don't necessarily need Mitch for every possession if Cat's at least a willing defender. And Cat gets lost when those teams run that pick and roll action where they put Jalen and Cat in that pick and roll, we in trouble.
Yeah, you're in trouble.
We're in trouble.
Because he can't move his feet. He's definitely going to lose his seat.
His footwork on defense is terrible.
Yes.
Cat is in the wrong spot defensively 90% of the time. I have never seen it as a coach, and that's the coach in me that sees that. And I'm watching this going, how are you in the wrong spot every single? You can't even look it. A broken clock is right twice a day.
That's for sure.
You can't even look into the right spot. Your footwork is really that bad defensively, Cat.
I've never seen him laterally really move.
He can't. He cannot move. He's uphill. He's down. He's either downhill or he's shooting a three offensively, and it's the same thing defensively. He can't move laterally. His side does, and you would think that would be Mitch's problem, but Mitch is actually terrific laterally.
Right.
I've seen Mitch stay in front of guards.
February 8th. Something got to give.
I don't think the Knicks make that deal this year only because it would upset the chemistry too late in the season.
Chemistry is already upset.
But it would upset it further trying to integrate Giannis, and you could find yourself falling out of that number 2 spot.
How
and the
would
last
you-
thing you want to do,
I got a question about that. why would the Knicks need to integrate arguably one of the greatest power forwards in the Eastern Conference? Why would they need to integrate him? He can't shoot. Let's get that off the table right now. He's not a shooter. So
Right.
That's not. You don't need to integrate him into any type of pick and roll shooting offense. Let's scratch that. High pick and roll to the basket. That's what we need him for.
well, Mike Brown
Downhill,
still wants to
get him
space
out
the
in front of
floor.
fast break.
Because Mike Brown wants to space the floor, and he wants to space the floor for his shooters. So if you're going to integrate Giannis,
then use Giannis as your facilitator. You get Jalen off the ball. Giannis is one of the greatest facilitators in this league, and he demands a double team at every spot of the floor. So you're going to tell me that Giannis Antetokounmpo, being a New York Knick with the ball in his hands at the top of the three-point line, is not going to get a double team? Jalen Brunson will thrive.
Giannis is going to get a double team. I don't disagree, but chemistry is still a real thing. And for them not played with Giannis, there's still a level of a learning curve that has to be in place. Because you still got to figure out the best places to put Giannis and how to move the guys around Giannis.
Anybody gonna follow Jalen Brunson in that corner, that right corner or that left corner? No, they're not gonna follow him. They're gonna follow the ball. And Giannis thrives getting to the lane and drawing defenders. I'm giving him the ball. If they're not going to double you, Giannis, get 50. Jalen Brunson will sit back and allow him to get 50.
He will, because Jalen just wants to win.
And when it's his time, Giannis, you tired, get into that paint, dish and swish. There's no adjustment there because you have arguably one of the greatest one-dimensional players in the Eastern Conference. He's one-dimensional. He proves he's one-dimensional. He goes right, he goes left, he spins, he dunks, or he passes the ball.
I think the amount of talent that the Knicks have would make Giannis's life a world easier because they have better shooters than Milwaukee has. Like, they're not great shooters, but they're better than what Milwaukee currently has.
Pierre is saying don't put him on. If you have Giannis in New York, Pierre, you have to start him on the perimeter because he's a dribbler. He needs the basketball in his hands to be a part of the offense. And he doesn't necessarily have to be the scorer, but he needs the ball in his hands.
Listen, his strides are ridiculous.
Right.
My man can get the ball at the top of the key, take 2 steps, and he's at the rim.
I've seen my guys. I've
scary.
seen the Lakers with him at the top of the square draw 4 defenders, leaving guys on the island of nowhere waiting for somebody to shoot the ball. And Milwaukee doesn't have the greatest shooters around him.
No, they don't. Like I said, New York has better shooters than Milwaukee does.
So why would he not put him in a situation or a downward offense where he's just, let's let him go. It's like this. I remember this analogy, and you can't put a saddle on a Mustang. You can't. So for him, you got to let him go. You can always adjust around a superstar like that. You can always make the adjustment.
Listen, I'm not against the deal. I'm not against the deal. I want to be clear on that. I'm absolutely for the deal. I just don't feel like Wes and Leon will make that deal now because of where we are in the season. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. But we've got
New
a
York's
month to trading deadline.
New York's window is open for the taking. And
Oh,
I
yeah.
say that as a basketball fan.
Listen,
If you're
this
if
is
you're
the
a Knicks
window
fan,
now.
the window is now.
You
So
got this
I'm
year and maybe next year. That's the window.
punch the ticket.
I
Cat
listen.
gotta go.
I
This is
don't.
not it.
I
This is
don't
You
not it.
make the
disagree.
trade. If you
I,
make the trade, if you make the trade, you win the chip next year, and possibly a second year after that, if the chemistry starts really getting clicked.
And
If
L,
you make the trade,
I'm gonna do you one better.
I know it would be fun watching Kolik throw lobs to
I'll do
Giannis.
you one better.
That would be
The
fun to watch.
Knicks punch this deal in February. They not only win this year, they repeat
that's what I just said.
because guys will want to come here. There's nothing stopping the Knicks from not winning the championship this year unless they get rid of KAT.
And that's the thing, Pierre, because while the money matches, you know that Milwaukee's gonna want a young player. So
Send Mikal there. Send Mikal with him.
Mikel's not going. They want OG.
They want OG. They want OG.
Look.
OG's more consistent as a defensive player.
But
He's more
Giannis
consistent as an
makes up for that.
Bishop
Giannis
Eflin,
makes up for
Giannis
that.
said Giannis is saying what he has to say because he's still wearing that Buck uniform. He's
Giannis
very
makes up for
diplomatic.
Giannis makes up for OG though. As
Eh.
much as he makes up for OG though. You still have Mitchell.
But Giannis can't guard 1 through 5. OG can.
I'm not saying that, but at the end of the day, remember those guards and those drivers got to come in that paint. And you think Giannis can't make up that deficit? Yes, he can.
I mean, if you got Giannis and Mitch back there, that's formidable. That's very formidable. You got Giannis and Mitch back there. I mean, nobody else is getting a rebound with
Right,
Giannis and
exactly.
Mitch back there.
And
Josh Hart, the three of them, nobody's rebounding anything. The Knicks are gonna out rebound you by 1,000 every night.
And this is where the Knicks need to make big splashes. If they're gonna do a deal like this, they gotta make a big splash. Okay, if they let go OG, you run out. There's a guy, like you just said. Now, if he ends up where he is, like George said, if he ends up going to State, fine. Why wouldn't you go after the guy back in Brooklyn? Go get MJP. If it's possible. If it's possible. I'm looking at those type of scenarios. Giannis here, okay, well, you lost OG. We lost a defender, but we gained another shooter. We gained a 6'9" shooter to spread the floor even more.
Yeah, I don't think Brooklyn's traded MPJ to New York.
If they could trade Miguel Bridges to New York,
They got 5
They
draft
trade
picks out of it.
MJP.
They got five draft
They got
picks,
5
yo.
draft picks.
listen.
Everybody makes that deal.
All I want
And how
is
have we
for
not
Pelinka
seen
to
some of the
give
weirdest deals
Pat
in
Riley
NBA
a
history?
call,
We've seen some of the weirdest
find
deals
out
in
about
NBA history.
Andrew Wiggins. See if it's available.
If Anthony Davis can leave the
Hold
New
on.
Orleans Pelicans,
Riley's not
and
making a
come
deal
to
with the
Lakers.
Knicks, just on GP.
Not happening.
Riley's not making a deal with the Knicks just on GP.
Never.
That's
Never.
not happening.
Never.
That's not happening. But
the
Knicks
are in the window where they have to go for it. They have to go for it.
my main thing for the Knicks is just don't gut the roster.
Don't gut the roster, Lord.
Just don't gut the roster. If we're gonna make a trade straight up with one extra player thrown in, I'm fine with it. I'm good with it. Mikal, I'd hate to lose Mikal. I hate to lose OG, but I agree. Giannis might actually be worth it, as long as we're not talking about Mikal or OG and then Tyler Kolek and Deuce McBride. No, we're not gutting the roster for him.
No,
I'm not.
No.
I'm not killing my depth for him. No. Not at this age. Not at this age, because he's what, 32.
Yeah.
So not at this age.
Give me a guy.
I'm not gutting my roster for him
I'm
at
looking
32.
at Knicks scenarios. That's just where I am with it
At-
right now.
at-
Give me
at
a guy like
28
Jimmy. I don't care if you give me a guy like Jimmy Butler just to make up that defensive deficit in the front court, because he's still a good defender. Just true money. The money. You're right. The money has to work. Right. Of course.
I mean, that's every deal in the NBA now. It's all going to come down to money. Like, people are looking crazy at the deal for Trae Young in Washington. Firstly, Trae Young wanted to go to Washington, and then secondly, the money worked. C.J. McCollum's money worked. It was the right deal. Him and Trae are on par in terms of the money.
But we spoke about that last
Yeah.
week. We were
And
chatting.
like I told
said
you,
CJ would have worked at a place like New York, but the money
right, but the money wouldn't. The money just didn't work.
Yeah.
The money just didn't work.
And look, they shipped him off, and then Trae Young, even though he's been a Knick nemesis for years, he's still screwing the Knicks because if they tank, they keep that secured 8th pick that would have came to the Knicks.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
I mean, you know, this is not projecting to be a super deep draft anyway. So I mean,
Right.
It sure
But
ain't.
a secure, but as much as a secured pick, it's a secured pick, man.
I
You know
get
what
it,
In
but
the top
I mean,
10, you can't get no in some scenarios you can't get no better than that. But number one, but just
But
the
I've gotten
fact
to
that
a
they're
point,
still being
honestly.
considered in the top 10 was a good thing. But
Honestly,
you know,
I've gotten to a point though where I trust the Knicks scouting department now with their later round picks because every late round pick we've gotten the last several years has been solid.
Right.
Every one of them.
Right.
So like I'm not tripping off of getting a top 8 pick now because you know between Kolek and Huck Porty, Diawara, who is man. Listen, the future is bright in New York. That's all I'm gonna say. The future's bright in New York.
Yes, sir.
And as long as they don't gut the roster, then that's not my main thing.
Don't hit the panic button trying to get a chip tomorrow.
Right?
Chill.
Don't gut the roster. The future is bright.
Chill.
You got I mean, people forget Deuce is only 24.
Only.
Deuce is
Wish
only
I-
24.
Wish I was 24 again.
Man.
Dude, the Kolek is 24.
Get that Greek freak to New York.
Diawara is
lift
19.
that trophy up this year.
Diawara
man.
is 19. Yeah,
get
Diawara
the
is
Greece-
19.
You get the Greek freak in New York, and we definitely win this year.
And we got this kid stashed in the G League, Dink Pate, that is destroying the G League right now.
Yo, have you seen him?
Yes, that nigga's a problem. Yo, you want to talk about him and Diawara are gonna be Wingstop 2.0 in a couple
my
years,
God.
and they're both 19. When OG and Mikal move on and those guys move up, oh my God.
But we can't worry about them right now.
Not worried about them right now.
You gotta worry about what's the right now.
No, I understand. But again, that's what I'm saying. Even in a deal for Giannis to win a chip, I'm not gutting the roster. I'm not trading away all of my youth that's in development right now and developing well to then turn around and say, okay, we might win or we might not win in the next 2 years. It's got to be a deal that makes sense. It's got to be a deal that makes sense. Because and you've got to remember, it's because you are still, it's not like you're trading junk. You would still be trading an all-star center. So it's not like Cat is trash. He's inconsistent, but he's not trash.
Lakers losing 9-8 in the first quarter to the Atlanta Hawks.
I mean, the game just started. The game just started.
It's over, yo. Game over.
There's an L.
Right.
There's an L, bro.
Game over. It's L.
Chemistry, right. Absolutely, Pierre. Chemistry matters. I agree with that wholeheartedly.
They're gonna play with these guys.
Absolutely does matter.
They're gonna play with these guys, and they're gonna act like they can just turn it on, bro. That's what these La La Land guys do right now, man. And it pisses me off that I'm a Laker fan and they're playing
I agree,
under
Pierre,
their talent.
but Milwaukee wants more than just Cat. Milwaukee wants more than just Cat, and that's because Cat straight up for Giannis is a deal that's doable because the money matches perfectly. But Milwaukee wants more, which quite honestly means they're probably going to need to get a third team involved, but that's another conversation. Anyway, we got to get out of here. Great show tonight, fellas. I appreciate you all coming on for this edition of Church Guys Sports Show. We'll see Willie with his Patriots jersey. We'll be back next Tuesday, setting up the scene for the conference championships in the NFL. We'll talk about the Knicks finishing up their West Coast swing. We'll talk some more about the Lakers and see where they are on next Tuesday as we prepare to roll into the NBA trading deadline, which is just 3.5 short weeks away, where deals are going to be made going into the All-Star break. We'll also see where we are, and we'll have some more clarity on the landscape of the WWE going into SmackDown. Interesting to see Drew McIntyre's first comments as the new undisputed champion this Friday on SmackDown in Belfast. So until then, Orange and Blue Skies, as always, we appreciate you. Special shout out and thanks to Keisha Carter, who joined in till George pissed her off.
I'm sorry I missed that.
Shout out to Pierre. Shout out to Sam, Noah, the Overseer Buller, Bishop Heflin, all of you who came on tonight. We appreciate you. Have a great night, everyone. We'll see you back here next Tuesday night.
The Church Guys. We're live on the podcast. A Church Guys Sports Show. Yo, welcome to the show where the faith meets the court. Church guys repping hard, yeah, we live for the sport. From the pulpit to the bleachers, the word we endorse. Dropping dimes, preaching truth, keeping God as the source. We breaking down the play, stats, facts, and the story. Sunday to game day, all for his glory. Talking hoops, talking fields, every touchdown and shot. But we never lose sight of the faith that we got is fellowship, fire. Passion in the zone, Church Guys Sports Show. Yeah, you know we at home. Turn the volume up loud, let the good vibes flow. This is more than just a game, it's the way that we grow. The Church Guys. We're live on the podcast. A Church Guys Sports Show. The Church Guys. We're live on the podcast. A Church Guys Sports Show. From the locker room talk to the pews on a Sunday, we call the plays right, kingdom business on Monday. Faith on the field, spirit driving the grind. Every headline we drop got the word intertwined. We repping every team, but the banner is Christ. Breaking huddles with the gospel, yeah, we living it right. From the Knicks to the league, every stat, every score, we gon' praise, analyze, then we give God more. So tune in, locked in, let the truth be shown. Church Guys Sports Show, man, the vibe's full grown. It's the faith in the game and a powerful blend. From the tip off to the buzzer, we gon' ride to the end. The Church Guys.